This is a Beanbag Chair Media production.
Welcome to Anime Noise.
I'm Garrett. I'm a performing musician by trade, graduated with a bachelor's degree in music production, and have been binging anime for almost 2 decades.
And I'm Emily. I'm a classically trained violinist and have been indulging in the animes since I was a wee little human.
This is an anime review podcast, where we help the new viewer decide where they want to start while taking the superfan on a deep dive into the overlooked realm of music and sound effects. Hello, anime family, and welcome back to another episode of Anime Noise!
I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it this time. That's all right. We can get it on the next one.
We'll get it on the last one.
So we are super excited today, everybody, because we have a very, very, very special episode with a very, very special guest.
Incredibly special.
He is known as Mr. Music Major on Instagram, or Preston Hargrove, as we like to call him.
Because that's what we used to call him in college.
that's his name since college. Preston, say hello to everybody.
What's going on, everybody? I am absolutely happy to be here.
Perfect.
We are happy to have you here.
We're so happy. We've been looking forward to this.
You guys are great.
Oh, thank you. Don't flatter us. It'll just go to our head.
My heart.
So, guys, today, if you couldn't tell from the intro music, we are going to be doing Attack on Titan, but just the first season.
Just the first season. Don't get your hopes up. We're not doing Sasageo yet.
No, we haven't jumped to Sasageo yet. As much as I'd like to skip ahead.
He was like, when are we doing that next?
Oh, my God.
When is Sasageo? Don't worry, it's the second
That
season.
Is
it's the next
my favorite
episode.
opening.
It's so good.
It's
oh, my God.
Great.
Have you seen the live version?
No.
Well, you should watch it because it is epic.
Holy shit, it is so good. They get the crowd, everybody in the crowd, they must have gotten it with their tickets. They get these lights in their hands and their palms. So when they do the salute, over their heart, they hit the button and their hands all glow.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
It is super fucking cool.
Epic.
That's crazy. And the bad thing, and I know we're talking season 1, but I didn't think I was going to like the opening for season 4, but I was incredibly surprised.
Yeah,
it is really good.
I heard. I mean, when I covered it, because I covered it for our right when the season came out.
Yeah,
I covered the intro, and everybody gave me so much shit for it online. They're like, "This intro sucks. Fuck this intro."
But Instagram is hard. They told me that I looked horrible with my Naruto cosplay.
Yeah,
they're
teenagers
terrible.
are mean.
That was rude.
They're terrible.
But I think I don't know if you can call that the worst intro, because season 3, the last intro for that, the Fallen Angel one,
horrible. That didn't match anything.
No, it made no sense. It didn't build at all. It was just pretty non-dynamic at all, just throughout the entire. I don't know. I hated it.
It was really bad. Bad.
For Attack on Titan, you have Linked Horizon that does all these epic fucking intros. And then you have Fallen Angel for an intro?
Well, and I think that's the thing that's getting fans right now is they're like, what, they're not going to bring Linked Horizon back in the 4th season?
Which I was shocked.
I'm shocked
thought that they were going to bring it back.
I am shocked that the first part of season 4 didn't have Linked Horizon, considering that's kind of like their their thing. But we're still not sure if Linked Horizon is going to come back into the 4th season. I don't see why they wouldn't, but we don't know. It has not been confirmed yet.
I mean, it's
but I did hear that they aren't coming back.
Oh no! Who told you that?
Reddit just be on.
Reddit's all over the place, man.
It is, and if I would have read Reddit a couple of months back, I would have bought some stock from.
For
Hell
real.
yeah.
Here nor there.
Man, stock is like a thing right now, and I don't know why it hasn't been a thing this whole time, but
It has been a thing this whole time. It's just been a thing for, rich people.
right.
people.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. So Preston, we kind of want to get to know you, and we want to know how did you get into, you're here with us on an anime music podcast. So tell us how you got into anime, and tell us how you got into music. I want to know both.
Okay, so I got into anime like at a very early age. My cousins used to watch anime like Ninja Scroll when they used to come on like the sci-fi channels. They used to watch that, and my first anime was Ronin Warriors. I don't know if y'all know about Ronin Warriors.
No.
I don't know about
Please
Ronin
go
Warriors.
check out Ronin Warriors. It is amazing.
I love suggestions, so
Yeah,
I love it.
We're going to have to check out Ronin Warriors. And I know that you had said that your favorite anime was Yu Yu Hakusho, right?
Ooh-wee. Yes.
Yes.
And that's probably my favorite opening, Smile Bomb.
Okay.
Smile Bomb. Okay.
I love that name.
That's a great name.
Yeah, and plus I love the key of E flat major, which that's what it's based in. Like it's just
You
a
have
good
a
feel on my
favorite
hands.
key?
I do.
My favorite key is C because there are no flats or
I hate C.
or sharps.
See, so boring.
Yeah,
I hate C
but
because there are no sharps and flats.
exactly. It makes
I
it easy
learned-
for me.
I learned in the key of C sharp, so that was kind of like probably why I don't like C as much.
That's probably why. Yeah, that was like the first thing as a violinist. You learned C major because it's pretty basic. You don't have to look out for anything. You learn violin on simply just playing the notes without sharps or flats.
I wish I played violin.
And I wish I played piano.
See,
No, you
yeah.
don't.
I feel like it's awesome that you guys have your own favorite keys because you're like, oh, yeah, no, this is what I started learning on this key. No, you know what I learned on? Smoke on the Water. That's the first song that I learned.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And I think that's in the key of G. But don't hold me to that.
I won't.
G is good. G is a very comfortable
Just
feel.
one sharp. That's
And
it.
that's why I just need something. I need a.
You just need a
black
little
key.
bit of a.
Yeah. Just give me something.
It can't be bland.
I got
Add some
it. I got
salt
it.
to it.
Hey, you know what?
Exactly.
You can make anything not bland.
That's true.
That's your own weakness if you can't make C sound great.
That is absolutely true.
Bam!
I mean, I just like to take the Victor Wooten route and use all of the notes.
All
Just-
of the notes.
man.
Throw
Use
in
all
all the
12.
accidentals. Throw in
God, he is
all that
amazing.
dissonance.
It is crazy. Did you
Just
ever
like
look up that
every
book?
note.
I told you about that book.
Yes, I did, and I'm actually
What
going
book?
to buy
Come
it.
on, Garrett. Nobody else knows what's going
You're
on
right.
here.
You're right. It's called The Music Lesson by Victor Wooten, which is a great book.
Victor Wooten, he's a great guitarist, bassist. He's wonderful.
He's talented. He's super down to earth. Man, I met that guy once.
Oh man,
The show was crazy. It was the coolest show, the coolest bass solo. He had 2 drummers, 4 bass players, and a couple of singers would jump in and out for different songs. No guitars,
he does
though.
like tricks too. Like
Oh, yeah. I'm afraid to
can't-
do it because I'm afraid to drop my bass.
See, I can't
Well,
do any tricks on the piano.
Do you want to tell the story
I'm
about
sure you
your?
could do a piano trick.
Do you want to
Yeah.
tell the story about how you broke your bass trying to
No.
pull a trick?
Well, that wasn't even pulling a trick. I just bought. So yeah, this is my old bass. It's a little Ibanez 5-string.
I'll let you tell this story and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah, we got to get back to Attack
Yeah.
on Titan, don't we? Anyway, I was trying to do this trick where I would like spin the guitar around like over my shoulder and it would come back around. But I was like, all right, I don't want to risk it too much. I'm going to go to the store and buy some strap locks. So I got the strap locks hooked up. I had to screw in new strap pegs into the bass. And I was like, all right, let me go outside. I'll practice this. It's not going to be a big deal. So I get enough space. I'm out in my yard. And I just test it to make sure it stays on. So I test it once. I test it twice. I shake it a third time to test it. And the fucking strap peg breaks through my bass and rips a chunk of wood out. I had to go buy a new bass for the show.
Yeah, and he texts me. He's like, I just broke my bass.
I was shitting
And I'm
my
like,
pants.
what do you mean you broke your bass? You broke a string? No, there's a hole in my bass. Like
And before a show?
before, he had a show. What was it that night, right?
No, it was the
next day.
day,
That's
but it was
right,
like
the
our
next
big
day.
showcase for
Right.
our new album.
Right.
Ooh, that's crazy to even still to
Exactly.
to buy a whole new instrument.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I lucked out. It was like about time that I graduated to a new bass, and I got this beautiful elite jazz bass from
Oh,
Fender.
I love the sound of a jazz bass.
Oh, it's so good. It's so
So
good.
smooth.
All right. Enough of Garrett rambling. So we know about your anime. So tell us about what was the first instrument you played? Was it piano?
It was piano, and reluctantly, I didn't want to play that. I wanted to play any and everything else, but I was
But piano.
horrible at it.
Really? What do you mean? What kind of instruments did you try?
Man, I wanted to play drums, but like rhythm and hand-eye coordination is the issue with me, so that's a no-go. I wanted to play bass, but my hands would blister up so bad and like they'll start to bleed. So I was like, nah, I can't do that. So I did piano, but I started on piano first. My brother wanted to learn. We're like 8 years apart, but he wanted to learn, and my mom had bought him like a little 49.
Older
key
brother,
Yamaha-
younger brother?
Older brother.
Older brother.
Yeah, she had bought him like a little 49 key Yamaha. It like I don't even know, like it's almost like a little Casio type of thing.
Okay.
But it was Yamaha. But he decided he didn't want to play, and like I picked it up, and the rest is history. Like the first song I ever learned was like "Lean on Me" in the key of C.
That's
In the key of C?
in the key of C. See?
But he
Yeah,
transposed it to C sharp. Like,
Yeah, I'm
Yep,
sure.
absolutely.
Well, that's awesome. And so what are you doing these days with your music? I know that you're in school. What are you going to school for?
So I am currently in school to get a master's degree in conducting with a concentration in choral. And I had no idea the theory was going to be this hard. It's really a shitty time right now.
Oh yeah. Well, so
Absolutely.
what kind of theory do you have to like? I mean, music theory is a very broad
It is very broad.
statement there. So what's hanging you up on music theory?
So really, it's more like now we're like in form and analysis, to where like everything is Roman numeral. You have to like figure out the figuration of the tone, whether it's like passing, double passing.
Oh yeah, the plagal
Stuff like
cadences.
that.
And,
Yeah, like we're there. And like last year we did a whole analysis on the Messiah, like the whole Messiah, and it was a headache.
That's scary.
It was
That's
a
daunting.
headache. That, and then we had to conduct the first part of the movement and the Hallelujah chorus.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
No.
ridiculous.
I'm sure you got an A+.
Yeah, I got a B plus.
That works.
That's
It's
good.
bad.
That's good.
I said the same
Congratulations,
thing.
because I would have failed it.
No,
I don't
you
like
wouldn't.
theory at all, one bit.
But
None of it.
you can. I'm sure you can do theory, and I heard you can play like read notes like verbatim, like
yeah,
sight
she
read.
can sight read.
Man, I wish.
She can sight read really, really, really well.
I'm still waiting on a cover from you, but
She did the Lilium cover.
I did.
you did.
And I could do it better because my E flat was sucked.
And I do want to cover that with you. That would be great because I actually
Yeah,
know
well,
that
if you
song.
do it, please don't do it off the one that I have. I'll do it again as long as there's not a video.
Okay, cool. I can do that.
Put an audio file.
Yeah, she got the red button syndrome whenever she was on video.
It was so bad. I was like, man, I'm playing this so well. And then Garrett gets home. He's like, you ready to record? I'm like, yes, I'm ready. And he puts the camera up. I'm like, I can't do this.
That's literally how it is for me, though. Like I'll play for like hours to make sure I get it. As soon as I hit the record button, it falls
You
all the
make
way
every
apart.
single mistake, and it's and you would think that I was in symphony. I played in front of like a ton of people, and I played with a ton of people. Like the person next to me could hear when I made a mistake. So you would think I'd be over that, but putting my violin down just took away everything I had built up. So I understand. I just don't want it.
Ooh, symphonies are another hard thing, but
See,
not that another day.
you just gotta like make weird faces. That's what I've learned. You make the stank face on the bass, and then you can play whatever you want. And if you make a weird face, people just look at your face and they don't listen to what you're doing. So you can make as many mistakes as
All
you
right,
want.
Garrett. That's the way you do it. I don't know if it works for the rest of us.
Well, I'm hidden behind a piano, so I really can just look down and not have to worry about anybody.
That's true.
That's
in
true.
my
You're
personal
like, I
space.
can just
tickle the
my
ivories.
personal space. Get out of my personal space. This is my personal space.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, that's awesome. I'm excited to see where you're gonna go with that degree with your master's.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I actually want to teach at a university and or college, and I want to get my hands on like a chamber choir or a college choir.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's
Like
fucking
that's
cool.
what I really want because I like to
the
arrange.
masterpieces that I could see coming from this are gonna be brilliant.
Oh, I can't wait. Love to arrange. So like I've already like started to arrange like some anime stuff to
Sweet.
like that's what I really want to do.
You've been arranging anime stuff and you want to collab and you haven't sent me any of that?
Seriously.
I can send you some stuff.
Send
Oh,
me some
fuck
stuff.
yes.
Send it.
Okay, I got you.
Fuck yes. All right.
Yeah.
So being if you love voices that much that you're going for like choral conducting, you must like the guy, what's his name? Eric something. He's got long blonde hair. And he did this TED Talk where he got a bunch of people he's a conductor as well, a choir conductor, and he got a bunch of people online, like 2,000 people to send him just pieces. Like he wrote out and arranged the parts and he sent them out to a bunch of people and then he composed it all together himself. So it's weird because you think a bunch of people singing into like an iPhone headphones microphone, you think that wouldn't sound that great. But then when you have so many people singing together, it's heavenly. It's angelic.
That and like that's where like you come in. Like people who do like produce sound and stuff like that, I'll take my hat off to you. That is like a foreign language.
No, it is. It is. I sit here and try to watch him. I'm like, what the fuck does that button even do?
I promise you, once you guys see it, you'll be like, wow, this is so
Stop
easy.
it. Stop downplaying yourself. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. That is hard.
Yeah, no, it is hard. And he's like, I'm still learning this. I'm like, dude, I don't even know where to start. Like, where do I even go to start like editing this? Because I'm like, if you ever have a show, I'd love to be able to like edit our podcasts if like we're running short on time. I was like, but right now I can't do any of this. Like I have no idea where any of these buttons do.
Right, and the fact that you downloaded Studio One a few days ago and actually told
And made
me
this
what to do
happen?
on it, come
Yeah,
on.
I know.
Come on.
I know. And he was so frustrated. He was like, I can't make this work. I can't
Like,
do
this
it.
isn't going to work.
And he's like,
I tried so many different things and I was like, the thing that I found, I couldn't get audio movers, the thing that we're using right now, to work properly. And so I went and looked up and I found this. It's really easy to use, but it's $300
yeah,
for a
it was
plugin.
a stupid amount of money.
Gracious.
Oh man, I was like, do I buy this and make it really, really just seamless? But we ended up making it work today, and I'm so glad we did because this is really it's come through really easy, come through really well.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep this. Like whatever I have to pay, I'm going to keep this because this is gold for me.
Dude, it is like it's $4. You can license the plugin for a week and do whatever you want.
Do they have like a yearly plan where I can just pay a lump sum?
Yes,
Okay, great.
they do. I wasn't sure how often I would use this. I wasn't sure how many guests we were going to have for the podcast or who I would collaborate with, but like seeing how easy this is coming through, I'm going to use it all the time, I think.
I was about to say, if you don't keep it, I will, and you just let me know.
Will do, man. Will do. Well,
I think we're ready to move on to Attack on Titan. I've got
the
some
boring
more
credential stuff.
The boring credential stuff. We'll move into the intros and outros and do our fun review segment and move on
yeah.
to the awesome fucking soundtrack. We have some questions for Preston about some of the music within, so we'll get to that.
Fuck yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah. Come on, Garrett.
All right.
Start us off.
So, Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan, began airing April through September of 2013. It is the dark fantasy genre, and it is licensed by Funimation. And
Surprise.
Preston, we thought we'd kind of put you on the spot here and see if you could come up with a summary without spoiling it too much. But you don't have to do the whole summary throughout the entire season.
Just the first season.
Just the first season.
If you know where that boundary is.
Okay. Attack on Titan is about
It's hard to do without spoilers, isn't it?
It is. Attack on Titan is about a group of people that live within a wall that are trying to protect themselves from these titans that are literally trying to devour them for no apparent reason.
Yeah. Man-eating giants.
Man-eating giants.
And they don't know where they came from, why they're there. They just know that they have to survive.
And it's crazy because I'm like doing my rewatch now. The foreshadowing is ridiculous.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Ridiculous.
We just finished the first
I'm like,
season.
can we just move on to season 2, please?
Oh.
It's, man, in season 2, I love. Okay.
It happens to us too. Yeah, we're going to get off topic.
So it is produced by Wit Studio and IG Production for just seasons 1 through 3. I don't even want to get into that controversy right now because it's just too much. We've addressed it on our Instagram, and
everybody's shitting on
Mappa right now, and I'm not here for it.
Except for Jujutsu Kaisen, you know.
That's true.
But Mappa's been like carrying 2020.
They
definitely
did
have.
carry 2020. All of those major animes that everybody's so happy about, fucking Mappa did it. And who fucking cares if Attack on Titan isn't from the same studio? And never mind. You know what? I'm going to continue.
And it still looks amazing. Everything that they're doing this season, like, it looks amazing. Even
does.
the
It looks
CGI,
incredible.
and I don't like CGI.
It looks incredible, and people were shitting on. Oh man, telling the producers to like kill themselves and stuff. I was so
you don't go
livid.
to people who create things. This is for you listeners. You please do us a favor and be a kind human, and don't shit on people who create anything. If it's a musician or a studio or somebody who's producing something, a manga writer. I don't even want to get started on manga writers right now because I got a whole story about this dude who
I'm
wrote
sure
Attack
this
on
doesn't
Titan.
apply to you listeners.
I was about to say, you have no idea what these guys go through in their
It's
work
true.
schedules. It's
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
overtime out the wazoo that they're not getting paid for.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a message for you guys to just be kind humans.
Or we'll find you.
Not find you.
We won't.
Y'all are all over the country and I'm not going anywhere.
We're all over the world.
So Wit Studio also did Seraph at the End, Great Pretender, and they did the Pokemon movie, The Power of Us.
Which one was that?
I saw
I
that.
don't know. But it's a Pokemon movie.
I think I stopped watching Pokemon movies after the first one.
That's true.
Yep, that was the last one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, Garrett, who directed it?
So it was directed by Tetsuro Araki. He also did Death Note, High School of the Dead, Cabaneri of the Iron, and Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard of the Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Is that on Netflix?
I think it is.
It is.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch that. Have you seen that, Preston?
I haven't, and I do want to watch that. But of course, everybody's seen Death Note and
Yeah.
High School Dead
High
of
School
the
of the
Dead.
Dead.
And I liked both of those too. We'll get into Death Note later. I feel like Death Note got a little stale there for a minute, but I know it's still
Don't do
good.
that to me. Don't do that to me.
Oh.
It's
Are you-
okay because we're going off topic, so
Yeah,
we
you're
don't
right,
have to
you're
talk
right.
about it.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Okay, so the manga was written by Hajime Isayama. Jesus
There you go.
Christ. So I have a bunch of notes about him, but I have to talk about this interview that I read. And this guy is dark. Like he has some low self-confidence. He just thinks that he's doing everything wrong and he does not understand why people love what he has written. And it is so sad to me. And I just want to go give him cuddles. Like I just want to go cuddle this man. He began writing manga in high school and he entered contests and then attended a manga design program at the Kyushu Designer Gakuken. It's a technical school. He initially wrote a shorter version of Attack on Titan that was published in the Weekly Shonen magazine in 2006. However, in 2009, the Attack on Titan that we know and we're talking about right now was published in the Besatsu Shonen magazine, and he won the Kodansha.
Come on,
God,
you can do
what
it.
is wrong with me? I
You
give
can't
up.
read Japanese today.
Something about
Kodansha
2011.
Manga Award in 2011.
But he's just like, I have a couple of quotes from him that I'm going to read towards the end, but he's got such a magnificent brain and he takes everything that he has gotten from many other mangas and video games and different sources of media and he has put together this masterpiece that unfortunately will be concluding this April. And it was just really, I loved reading this interview, and it was with it was called Brutus, as a Japanese men's culture magazine. And he was interviewed by a psychologist, which made it even more interesting.
Oh yeah. His answers were he really does have a lot of low self-confidence, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like he cares.
No, he doesn't. He has no cares in the world. Like, this is who he is, and he's just doing him.
He's like, I don't know why you like it so much. I can't draw for shit.
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
It's crazy. I don't get it. I was looking up like what made him like write this like, I don't want to say horrific, but like this dark anime. And he said like literally it was only two things that he was thinking about, and that's being oppressed and then the release of being oppressed.
Yeah.
And he said from that he developed like Attack on Titan, but before then there was like really no reason why.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because the story was actually inspired because he encountered a customer that he was working when he was working at an internet cafe, and she like grabbed him by the collar and like was demanding like something. And he said that so he wanted to create a story where the enemy is something that can't be reasoned with. He was trying to reason with a Karen, and it just wasn't working out. So he created Attack on Titan. So thank God for Karens.
Stop.
Never thought I'd say that, but hello.
Take it back.
I won't. Not if we can get this.
Oh man, we've had too many Karens. Let's say thank you for Japanese Karens.
Thank you for the Japanese Karens.
Because United States Karens, you need to dial it back.
Dial it down.
I'm dying over here. Okay.
Holy shit. 2020 was a shit show.
It
All right,
was
Garrett.
horrible.
Who composed it?
Oh my god, probably my new
Your new favorite composer, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
He's my new idol. He is Hiroyuki Sawano. We actually covered him in our 7 Deadly Sins episode, but just as a reminder for everybody, his works include the musical scores for Attack on Titan, Blue Exorcist, Kill la Kill, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, and the 7 Deadly Sins.
I still love that.
Oh man,
name.
I would say that this, after listening to 7 Deadly Sins, which I love most of the score of 7 Deadly Sins. I only had a few critiques on that one, but this one, I think I maybe had two negative things to say about it.
Yeah, and it was only just like one track.
And it wasn't because of his composition. It was because one of the
performers. I wonder if we're going to the same track.
What's that?
I wonder if we're going to agree on the same track.
Ooh,
because I had only a few.
Yeah. It's very, very minor. Like everything that I love about this and his composing for Attack on Titan it blows all the negative things out of the water. Like this should have won a Grammy in the United States.
It's true.
I totally agree.
Yeah. And then he did that whole project that he put out at the end of last year. And
the symphonic suite.
Shenanigans. It is on the playlist for you guys on YouTube. And you should watch it because it is phenomenal. The vocalists and the power of the musicians is just incredible.
What's amazing to me is like each of these performers, especially in the symphonic suite video, it doesn't quite look like that. It looks like they're really focused and not putting emotion into it on the outside, but the emotion just blossoms out of their playing.
It comes out of their instrument.
It is crazy to watch. I wear all my emotion everywhere on my body when I play. So watching people that are just so composed and just shredding the fuck out of their instruments, it's cool.
Yeah, it's very different from what Garrett performs with.
Oh yeah,
Garrett's like headbang, the
the next
beanie's
day.
on, and now it's off, and it's on the ground.
Man. Oh, now I need to see you perform. Do you have anything online or anything?
Oh yeah, there's tons of YouTube videos and our
Yeah,
website
and
stuff.
I can totally send you a few videos of Garrett being fucking crazy.
Because I know you said you guys had an album too.
They're working on their second one right now.
Yeah, we have an album on
didn't hear
Spotify right now, and second one should be, well, it's kind of been slow, just of course all year, but we should be finishing that up. Hopefully, the summer is when we'll release our first track from that album.
Oh man, yeah, I need to hear.
This one's gonna be fun. I'm excited for this one. But
did you do all of the
the audio engineering? Oh no, I
Yes.
spent money on a professional to do that. No, we went to a studio. I have nice equipment for a home studio, but it's nowhere near like a nice $100,000, $250,000 studio.
I get it.
Oh man, and people they work magic there.
I just wish it was that easy. God, I wish it was that easy.
It helps when you have a band who's willing to like throw in all of their cuts from every show that we play towards the band fund.
That is absolutely incredible.
Everybody's been a real team player this year, that's for sure.
That's amazing. Y'all got a keyboard player?
Yeah, actually, the lead singer is the keyboard player.
Wow.
Yeah, he's classically trained as well, but he mostly plays guitar now.
Man.
But enough about
I could
him.
move to another instrument. Okay. Yep.
Enough about him. Enough about us. I don't want to brag. Let's get back to these. I think we're
on the intros and outros.
Oh,
now.
it's time for the intros
It's time
and outros.
for the intros
Oh,
and
this is the
outros.
fun part, Preston. So now we get to analyze pretty much live. So I'm gonna play the first intro. Actually, you got to give background for the first one, don't you?
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Will you give me time to speak, Garrett?
Yes, of course, of course. Take it away.
All right. So there's a bunch of different names for this. There's an English name, there's a German name, and there's a Japanese name.
Oh,
So if you'd care to join me in
you need some help pronouncing those?
So we're going to start with German, because if I can't pronounce Japanese, I definitely can't pronounce German. But the proper name for this song is Führoten Pfeil und Bogen.
It means crimson bow and arrow
And it
in
means
English.
crimson bow and arrow in English. And then in Japanese, it's Giren no Yumiya. Yeah, 3 names. We got 3 names for you.
So actually, before we hit play on this, before we
Sure.
do the background, Preston, did you watch Attack on Titan, the subbed version or the dubbed version?
I actually watched both.
Oh, nice. Okay. Did you rewatch?
The first time so the first time I watched it subbed, and then on my rewatch, I watched it dubbed.
What do you like better?
I actually like dubbed.
You like the
Really?
dubbed one better?
I like dubbed better.
Interesting.
Is it because you could like focus on something else and still kind of hear what was going on, or is it the voice acting?
Not necessarily. For me, it was the voice acting, like, for the first time in a long time of, like, anime. Because normally I watch sub, but for me, like, it was portrayed very well. Like, I looked like when Annie, like, literally, like, turned into the Titan for the final time and, like, she did that maniacal laugh. Like, I felt that. Like, I just think the voice
like,
actors were really good.
Be maniacal.
She's great. Mm-hmm. I like her.
I always have a hard time giving the dubs a chance because the Japanese version is typically better. I don't know if I've heard a better dubbed version than the Japanese version for just a lot of different animes.
Well, maybe we should watch season 2 in dub and give it a chance.
I'm down. I'm
Let's
so
do
down.
it. Let's go outside of our comfort zone.
I know one thing. Dragon Ball Z subbed is horrible.
Yeah, that's the one that's better. Goku's voice is just hard to get
It's
fans
crazy.
to wrap their head around. Have you seen the voice actor for the Japanese lady that plays his voice?
Yes.
She's so tiny.
And I was shocked that even the voice actor for Naruto is also a female. Like, when I saw her live.
For Japanese and English.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I wish I could manipulate my voice to make like things sound different. The best I can do is read stories to my kids with weird voices.
That's good enough. That's good practice.
I was about to say that's good enough.
Thank you. All right, let's get back to intro because I want to listen to it again as many times as I listened to it already. So I'm gonna go by English name at this point. By Linked Horizon. It covers episode 1 through 13. The song itself was released in 2013 as I'm putting quote on quotes on both single on an album, quote unquote, called Jiu e no Shingeki, translation March to Freedom. It was certified platinum in Japan with over 250,000 copies sold.
Yeah, I bet.
It peaked at number 2 on the Oricon as an album, and the song was at number 1 on the Billboard Japan Hot 100. It received a digital download song certification of double platinum with 500,000 sales. And this song was also, as well as the second intro, released on an album called Shingeki no Kiseki, which is an Attack on Titan compilation album. So it basically is, it's got the the intros and outros, and then it has like character songs and things like that on top of it. So that one will be an interesting one to get to when we review that album.
Yeah.
Linked Horizon. Sorry, my voice is also quite foggy right now.
Grab a drink. Grab a sip. That is not a drink.
No. Okay, so the artist Linked Horizon is kind of confusing. So the band is essentially focused around the lead singer, Rebo, who is the common denominator between all of his own works, Sound Horizon and Linked Horizon. Linked Horizon formed in 2012, and their first project was the Nintendo 3DS game, Bravely Default Flying Fairy. Do you play any video games, Preston?
Oh, of course I do.
Have you played that game?
Of course I have.
Yeah, so you've
Have you
heard
really?
this song?
I haven't.
Oh.
No, I haven't played this game.
Oh.
Bravely Default Flying Fairy.
Yeah. So sometimes when I hear, because I used to be a pretty avid gamer, and sometimes when I see these game names, I'm like, man, I just wish I could be back into gaming, but I have no time in my life to dedicate to gaming. So yeah.
I get it. I used to be a heavy gamer.
Yeah.
and
Every
now-
night up until 4:00 in the morning, shooting up some people. It's great.
I think my only video game was really like
Halo.
Halo and Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
Oh man, Halo, Call of Duty, Super Smash Brothers. You name it, I played in Mortal Kombat, Tekken.
See, I think I got out of my video game phase because my parents would never buy like for Christmas or anything. They would never get the newer console. I would always have they did it first with like Nintendo GameCube and PlayStation. I was up to date for those for a while, but then Xbox 360 came out, and then like the next Xbox 360 came out. I got my first Xbox 360, like the first generation.
They don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on something that you may or may not use.
Oh well, once I found Halo, I was sucked in. I think that's what they didn't want.
Probably. Parents know best.
Yeah.
But when Halo came out, man, the
Everybody
rage.
was
man.
It was
attached to their chairs.
the new one came out too, or it's recently the Master Chief
Master
Collection.
Chief Collection.
That one's pretty fucking badass too.
All right.
Back to Attack on Titan.
Back to Attack on
We're
Titan.
so bad at this.
No, you're really bad at this.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm bad at this, and this is my first go round.
Well, you're allowed to. You can talk about literally whatever you wanted. Garrett knows better.
That's true.
So back to Linked Horizon. So then the project is essentially what this is. So Linked Horizon is more of a collaborative effort, and it doesn't really consider itself a band because they really only collaborate with other artists. So things like the intro songs for Attack on Titan are seriously just a bunch of people that just want to come together and make music. It's just like a jam band, except a little more, various
Put together.
in genre and
Well, yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, and I feel like there's less. I mean, I'm sure that there's improv to a certain degree, but
To a certain degree. But there's also like a composer and stuff like that,
It's a little more arranged
Absolutely.
than a jam band.
Yeah. All right. I think we're ready to listen to it. Let's do it.
Okay,
Do it.
let me find this song. Pull it up here. I saw a meme the other day that was like the first scene. It says you can't hear pictures, and they just showed a picture of the first, like the symbol of the wall.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, I hear that. Sick. I love the horn section in this. And the beautiful thing about it, the animation is really good. It's got you interested in the show.
Well, it just keeps going and going and going. Like it's scene for a scene for a scene.
Yeah.
I love this modulation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love
It's
that.
so
And
cool.
at the very end, like the last modulation, it modulates again.
And Preston, I know you can't see it on your side, but like right when that modulation happens, you see the tops of the buildings, and out of nowhere, all of the soldiers jump up at the same time.
Man, it is.
So, what do we think? Does it fit?
Man,
Oh, no, absolutely.
Of course
Absolutely.
it fucking fits.
I
It's
just
Linked
had to
Horizon.
ask.
I know. And I was thinking that, I'm like, when I was writing out all the lyrics that I found in the songs, I'm like, of course this fucking fits. Of course it fits. Of course it fits. It fits. Everything about these songs fit because they were literally made for this.
I tried to find like something to critique about this song. I literally like listened to this song back to back to try to find something. I could not find anything.
You can't.
I couldn't find anything either.
No, and even when you're like, oh, maybe it's a little too slow, but it's not. It fits.
Not. It builds
fits.
so quick.
It does.
It captures you like with the vocals right out the gate. There's not really anything else but those vocals. Like the vocals come in, you hear that chant, and then it cuts to the scene. It gets super orchestral, and then you got chimes that bring in everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like almost like a driving force. Like it's almost like a sense of urgency. And of course, if you watch the anime, like it is literally a sense of urgency. But the music is like, we got to do this, and we need to do this now. Like it's just very powerful to me.
It is super powerful.
Man.
Yeah, Preston, did you read any of the lyrics by chance?
I didn't.
Okay. Well, I have like I said, this song just fits. Like every line of the song fits. The thing about Linked Horizon is that they're essentially like a rock opera type thing. So they're telling a story through their whole song, which I love. And I love how they execute it too. Like sometimes you hear a rock opera and you're like, this is kind of cheesy. It's like, sounds like every other rock opera, but
definitely can get cheesy. When you hear rock opera, you're like, I know what that sounds like.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But what he does for this particular rock opera is just, he executes it so well. The first line is, they are prey and we are hunters.
Oh man.
Now you don't even at this point, like if you don't know what the show is about, you're like, well, who's the prey and who are the hunters? Because literally it could go either way. Either way, it could be either way. So then it goes into the humiliation, because I'm having a hard time with English words too. The humiliation of captivity is the beginning of the counterattack. Beyond the walls, the prey is slain by Jaeger.
Well, we already know what that means.
Exactly. Now, this is one of my favorite parts. We are hunters, hot like fire that burns in our heart. We are hunters, cold like ice that our soul is connected with. We are hunters, hot like fire that burns in our heart. We are hunters, pierce all that comes before you. That's some strong fucking words. Ooh. I'm here for it.
That just sounds like the whole Ackerman family.
Yeah, it does. I just ripped my paper. Balls.
Man, all of the intros, this one included. There's only one that I really don't like, and we already talked about it.
We already talked about it.
But they really just fit so well for this anime. Everything does. Go ahead.
I'm just like, I literally tried to pick a piece, like pick apart or pick a piece, whatever, pick apart, pick a piece, like of this song. Like this was like my first Attack on Titan song that I had covered, and posted, and even like playing it, without like just playing with a piano. It is like stupid dope.
It is. Every instrument in it is arranged so well.
And you hear all of them too. Like it's not like one stands behind the other. They collectively come together to play in unison to where you can still hear them. Each part, you can hear them, but they collab so well that it just sounds like one instrument just putting out all of these different pieces.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I like this too because like of the orchestral work, like a lot of OPs or openings are like some are like very popish.
Yes.
Like it, and it's
like all of Black Clover.
Yeah.
Actually, all of this season of Black Clover.
Yeah.
I had a couple of Black Clover OPs that I really liked.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Like for this, it's just like really like it's strong. It's in your face,
and it gets to the point. Like you're not like, well, how does this fit? You know how this fits.
Oh yeah.
Right. To me, if you've never heard or seen this anime and you pop this in and say, what is the first thing that come to mind? I honestly think that you have to say, like, there is a battle going on, like a war, a struggle, or something.
Oh,
But
for
I
sure.
can listen
Yeah.
to, like, a Black Clover.
There are two
joint.
armies happening right now. Like, you don't know who's fighting who or what the reason was, but with this song, there is definitely a battle happening.
Absolutely.
And that's why I love that the first line is like, they are the prey and we are the hunters.
Yeah.
Who's the prey? Who are the hunters? I want to know. Like, I'm
yeah,
curious.
they really, like, got straight to the point.
And I think the best thing, especially with this season, I really feel like they did it for the whole season of season 1. The intros match the score. They're just as big and cinematic as the score is.
It actually does. Like, I don't know, and like even like a couple of the which I know we'll get into, but a couple of the OSTs that were playing, like it was almost like this Egyptian, like
Very Middle
Egyptian
Eastern.
Indian type of feel, but it fit absolutely perfect.
Oh yeah, and it's almost like the instrumentation that they used. It wasn't necessarily. It was just the key and the scale that they chose to use for the melody, like especially the vocals. Yeah, very Egyptianish. All right, well, I think we already know that song fits.
It does. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. All right, let's move on to outro number 1. It's called "This Beautiful Cruel World" by Yoko Hikasa. Again, that is episodes 1 through 13.
And this also has a Japanese name.
Oh, it has a Japanese name too.
It does not have a German name, but it does have a Japanese name.
What's the Japanese name?
Oi. Utsukushiki kan Zankoku na Sekai. Oh, I did much better on that one.
You did.
Oh, look at me.
Very well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, this song is the debut single from Yoko Hikasa. It peaked at number 9 on the Oricon charts and charted for 15 weeks. It was released in May of 2013. Yoko Hikasa quoted this as a memorable first single. Yeah, I bet. It was on one of the best animes ever.
Like, this
Right.
is, you have now left a legacy.
Yeah. Talk about memorable. Fuck. So, Yoko Hikasa, this chick is all over the place. She's a voice actress. She is Mio in K-On! And Nobara in Inu X Boku. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember we watched that one. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I remember. She is also Ria Scrimery in High School DxD, Stephanie Dola in No Game No Life,
Oh wow.
Frida Reese in Attack on Titan. She's Frida.
She's Frida. I told you that, yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
She is Utahime Ion in Jujutsu Kaisen. And
Really?
Stur Nubauten in Listeners. Oh yeah, that's right. She's one of the
She's
Listener
one of
sisters.
the listeners' sisters.
Damn, she's all over the place. She really is.
And she's also a vocalist,
She is
obviously.
She is the vocalist. First music role was in 2011 for Rokyu Bu, like Angel Beats, but like with a fictitious band. She plays bass as well as vocals, which is fitting for her, as her character in K-On! Also plays bass. And a quote from her blog: "When this is over, I make it with my soul so that I can die. I want to take everyone somewhere else with the song."
Isn't that fucking like, she's just like, this is my legacy. Take it.
Yeah,
Here you are. It's my song.
Yeah.
she's putting all of her emotions out there. That is for sure.
Great.
Yeah. I think I've said it before, but I really start to fangirl over these people because I start to read about them. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, you do so much. Like, you've put your name out there, and there's a whole like niche of people who will know you forever.
And I think that was like the deciding factor for me to like start like doing anime stuff, because there's a niche like for everybody. Like, there is something that somebody is going to like, that, you know, that you're going, woo, can't talk. I think we need to take that one out.
No, you're right. There is something for everybody. Like, you don't have to worry about. I feel like a lot of people think that it's a cartoon essentially, and they're probably not going to like it, because when they think of anime, they think of probably, I don't know, 3 the big three: Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Pokemon.
Yeah.
And when you think of those, I mean, I fucking love Dragon Ball Z. It's badass and nostalgic for me, but it is super cheesy and
But you've
predictable.
also grown as a person and you have different tastes and different things that you enjoy now.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, if somebody came in to, say my mom came in to watch Dragon Ball Super first, she'd be like, why is everybody fucking screaming so much? She would get annoyed right away. But I guarantee her I guarantee you guys that she would love Attack on Titan. I showed her Your Name and she loved that.
And that just makes me so happy.
She loved that movie.
Yeah, because I showed my wife Attack on Titan. We watched the first episode, and she was like, show me more.
Yeah.
I watched Attack on Titan at night and I got nightmares the first time.
I mean, a lot of them are really creepy, especially the way they run.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, literally. I called it that night, too, and I was like, man, what is this?
Oh, man. It is such a good... Yeah, if anybody is listening to this episode right now and you haven't seen Attack on Titan, fucking watch it right
Just
now.
do it
I don't
already.
even care if you don't finish
Please.
this episode of this podcast. Hit pause, go watch the first season, come back.
Come back.
I guarantee you, the first episode will have you hooked.
Yeah.
And yeah, easily hooked. I mean...
Man, it has my kids hooked. They're talking. They were like role playing Titans today,
They were talking about eating their
Yeah.
their little
eating the little
G.I. Joe
people.
things.
Oh, man. When I have kids, I want them to be in anime.
My daughter wants her birthday's in February, at the end of February, and she wants anime toys.
That is so dope.
We're raising a bunch of nerds.
Oh, we are.
I know my kids will be absolute nerds, so I'm not even worried about that.
What's so funny is like when she actually goes to school, because she's been in virtual learning, she's gonna have such like a culture shock, which she's gonna be fine, but all her friends are gonna be like, You're
so weird.
why are you so obnoxious and so weird? Like you love all these nerdy things. Who are your parents?
Yeah.
And she's not gonna care. She is
She is who
And I
she
was about to
is.
say, and that's what it's all about.
she's not gonna feel pressure from anybody. She will be the nerd and the cool kid.
Hey, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, we need more nerds.
Yeah.
And I've literally started finding out through social media and whatnot. There are a lot of people that are into anime that I literally had no idea or would have thought that was into anime.
Oh, I know. Like, especially, and I guess it makes sense because sometimes when I watch football, for example, so many football players nowadays are into either Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, or anime in general. One
Right,
is like,
the way that they celebrate.
yeah, oh yeah, all the touchdown dances and stuff.
Yeah.
And thinking back on it, I'm like, oh yeah, I forget that these giant people are actually, 20 years old, 21 years old.
Yeah, like about the same age.
Yeah, and I thought about the same thing. Like, I am 30. Like, these younger cats are 21, 22 coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be 30 this year, and Garrett makes me feel old.
Patrick Mahomes is 25 years old.
The shock of my life.
He
The
is
shock of your life.
He is ridiculous. He is ridiculous. He's going to the Super Bowl, and he's going to start in the Super Bowl, and he'll be the youngest quarterback to ever start in 2 Super Bowls.
Easy.
That's nuts. And he's playing against the oldest GOAT.
The oldest and the best.
Yeah,
The GOAT.
the GOAT.
And it's literally the 2 best quarterbacks of this season. It's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh man. And it makes me wonder. Like Tom Brady, I know your diet is crazy. How can you still play?
I just find it amazing that wherever he goes, which he's been with the Patriots, forever and a day, but the fact that he went somewhere else and carried them back to the Super Bowl, and we're talking about somebody who is not known for too much of anything, takes them to the Super Bowl. That is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess Emily's glaring at me because she's like, I don't know anything about football. Can we please stop talking about it?
Can we play the song?
Can we play our song now? All right, this is outro number
Man,
1.
I didn't think that I was going to have to be referee here.
Oh, you are referee. As you can see, Preston and I are going to nerd out about everything that we talk about.
I
So,
need to find a chick nerd.
Preston, what's your wife's name?
Her name is Alicia.
Is she into football?
Ooh, no.
Oh, fuck. Send me her number, please.
I will, but no, she is not.
Good.
Emily's like, I don't want to talk about sports ever again, if that's okay with you.
Oh man, it's great once you get into it though.
It is.
I just don't like football. I like literally every other sport except football. It's dumb. That it's just dumb.
Wow.
I know, that's harsh. All right. Well, on that note, on that harsh
Don't
note.
get all offended at me.
Oh, I'm not offended. Don't worry about it. We're just going to play the song.
Jesus Christ.
This is This Beautiful Cruel World by Yoko Hikasa. Here it comes.
I just love how like soothing it comes in. It's like bringing you down from all of that shenanigans that happens the episode, and you come into this and you're like, okay, I can take a breath. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you're right. When we were rewatching this, Emily kept saying, I really think this song does fit. I was like, I don't know how this fits. I don't know what you're saying. And she goes, well, think about it like this. Everything that you just watched in the show is fucking brutal. And now you have this nice breath of fresh air that really does build up into something cool.
And it does. And it still gives you that like upbeat feel once you really get into it, but it really just kind of brings you down from the episode and lets you listen to the song. Like you're not like overwhelmed and sensory overload.
And then listening to the song and like putting the picture with the song and then putting the lyrics with the song, like it makes sense.
It does.
It does.
It does make
Because
sense.
that outro is literally like Mikasa. Like that is her.
Yeah. I mean, with our strength and our weaknesses, and you know what Mikasa's strengths and weaknesses are. Aaron is her weakness.
Man.
Oh, strings.
The strings, the keys, the bass.
Man, the keys are like absolutely ridiculous. It is such a touch. Oh man.
Dude,
That will be my next cover.
That's going to be your next cover?
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be my next cover.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm excited to hear that
yeah,
one.
I got to do that.
So I do
You
have
should
to
go ahead and
ask.
hop on base.
I would love to. Let's do it. Let's fucking cover it.
Let's do it.
And this is the next cover. Hell yeah. Emily, you're going to have to play the string section.
Yeah.
Man, I musically and lyrically, you did change my mind. I do think it fits because if you did have some chaotic outro that was super epic like the intro was, you wouldn't be able to go to sleep.
And even then you think about it, you're like, if you come in with a super chaotic, outro, are you really going to remember everything that happened in that episode?
That's a good,
I can see that.
If it's something super chaotic and you're trying to be like, oh my God, like what the hell is happening in this song? You're like, I just forgot everything that happened in that episode.
That's true.
And literally,
they did it good.
go ahead. And literally because it's like so dark, like you need some type of release at the end.
Yeah.
Like even like every episode is like dark. Like there's literally no light at the end of the tunnel. Like you need to have some breather at some point in time. So I totally agree.
Yeah, you're right, actually. And even watching the newest season, they didn't give you. This author is just dark as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, did you want a happy ending? Sorry.
Well, what's funny is I just read on the thing that he originally how he was gonna end the manga was everybody died. Like he was like, I'm gonna kill off this world. Like I hate everybody, but he was like, I don't think the fans would like that, so I'm gonna change the way I end the manga.
But
he did
fair.
say it was going to be hella dark.
Yeah.
He was like, it's going to be a dark ending.
Yeah. So it'll probably still be a dark ending, just not quite as dark as he was initially intending.
Watch him just say, oh, fuck you guys. It's going to be just as dark. Everybody dies.
Like, just kidding.
But the way that it's going now, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
But I'm a manga reader too, so I'm gonna shut up.
The whole fuck these kids meme.
Ooh, I loved it.
Oh man, okay.
I hate Reiner though, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we hate him knowing who he is in the first season.
Rewatching the first season.
And you're like,
That's
"Fucking
why
hate
I
you."
hate him. Like everybody seems to like him.
He played.
You killed Marco.
Yeah. He. Oh my god. Yeah. He's a fucking dick. Fuck Reiner.
Yeah.
And now the fact that he's like all in his head and he's like going through some mental issues.
Oh,
no.
fuck that guy.
No.
Good. Stay
You need
mental. Oh man, when he played off the whole like seeing the Beast Titan for the first time and he acted like he'd never seen it.
Well, see, I have a theory about that.
Ooh, theory.
I think why Zeke came is because they were literally fucking up. Like, they were not doing what they were supposed to do. So I think Zeke came down to check to see what was going on. I honestly think that Raina and Berto, like, I honestly think that was a legitimate shock to them. Like, why is he here?
Oh,
'Cause y'all taking too long.
interesting.
That makes sense.
They probably, you know what? And I really think that this probably happened too. Is they started to develop some form of Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, where they felt safe and the like, kind of like
Well,
at
they
home
made
in their.
friends.
Yeah, they felt at
did.
home in
They
the place that
absolutely-
they were infiltrating.
They all made friends. Even the episode with Armin and Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, man.
Yeah, and
She was like, she chose not to eat him, and
well,
why?
But she even tells him, like, you know, do we still like each other? Like, why did this have to happen?
Yeah.
You know, that it was sort of like
it's literally an internal battle.
Yeah,
And
really.
yeah. And she's like, do you still think I'm a bad person, or do you think I'm a bad person? Well, yes.
Well, yeah. Well,
It
I
is.
You
think
killed a
you're a
lot of
bad
people.
person.
It is, yeah, man.
But then on the other hand, you look at it and you look at like where they're at now, and it's like, is anybody really bad? Like,
Yeah,
they
we
trying
don't
to
even
take
know
care of
who's
their
bad right now.
stuff.
Everybody's bad.
Everybody's like trying to look out for themselves.
It makes me think.
But yeah.
It makes me think of the scene in Naruto Shippuden when Naruto just takes a beating from the Cloud Ninja, and he's like, "No, hit me all you want. Hit me all you want. Keep hitting me. Like, let me take the beating for you, so you don't have to take this hatred out on anybody else." He's like, "Are you done?
Yeah, that's
if you're not
good.
done, keep hitting me."
That's good.
And it's like,
I also have a go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I think I like one more theory,
Ooh.
and I'm hoping that this is not how it's going to end, but I think it will. I think it's going to have like this Code Geass like type of ending to where Eren, like, he's pulling everybody together to have somebody to go against, and Eren is going to be that common denominator, and it's going to be like, we have to take Eren down.
Okay.
Like, you think
Especially-
that like Mikasa's gonna have to make that decision, or do you think
She is.
Yeah.
I think she's going to have to make that decision.
Okay. I mean, I
honestly
think that
do.
in like
She already
what was
did
it
advise
the
him, like in that episode in the most recent season, where like,
Mm-hmm.
you did all this, dude. You can't turn back.
well,
now.
that's what I was gonna say was that
He's like,
you know
"We're not
like
done."
she like questioned him like, don't you think that you took this a little too far? And you know, I think you could be right. I think that this is gonna have to be Mikasa's kind of like, am I really here for you, or am I like, do I need to start
Here
looking
for,
after
like,
myself?
humanity, yeah. And I think too, because Eren, I don't think this is a spoiler, but you guys know about the Titans in the wall.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, when Eren, because it's going to happen whenever he like links with the founder Titan and the royal blood, like, he's going to have the ability of all of those Titans in the wall. I think
shit.
that's going to be the common denominator to say, we got to stop this guy.
You're right.
And it's going to link everybody together to go against that man.
He's already like becoming a lost cause.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of never mind.
We saw that in the most recent, or not
Yeah.
the most recent, but you know, that whole episode where he started the attack on the city. So yeah.
It's great. I literally like have theories for days. Like, I listen to people, I look at Reddit, and some of this stuff I'm like,
It makes it is some interesting stuff. And
Yeah.
that's, like I said, the only reason I compare it to Naruto is because Naruto is the only protagonist that understood that you can't dish out hatred if you want there to be peace. Like, you can't take revenge. There has to be some level of forgiveness.
Well, there has to be like, you have to be able to see both sides,
You
and
have
I
to-
think
yeah.
that's what Naruto did, was that he
have to make the
understood
sacrifice.
that they were having feelings that they were having for probably a good reason in their minds.
he understood it.
and so you know he made sure to see both points of view, which made him a great Hokage.
He was a very Jesus Christ figure. He's the
was.
archetype.
Did you like
All
my
right.
sound effect there?
I did like
I
your
did.
sound
It was
effect.
great.
Thanks. I couldn't find the tone first because my throat got stuck, but you know, problems. Let's move on to intro number 2.
Sounds great. Sounds
Cool.
great.
Yeah. So intro number 2, we got a 3-namer here. Die Flügel der Freiheit. Did I get it?
Yeah, what's it in English?
The Wings of Freedom.
Ooh.
And in Japanese, it is Jiu no Tsubasa.
The Wings of Freedom.
The
The
Wings of
Survey
Freedom.
Corps.
Again, by Linked Horizon.
Of course.
Covers episode 14 through 25. This song was released on the same exact single, mini album, EP. Fuck if I know.
Yeah, Preston, we talked about this in one of our episodes prior, but in
So
Japan,
confusing.
they label their like singles can be 3 to 5 songs.
Really?
Yeah. So whereas here they're EPs.
You get 3 to 5 song EP. You release a single, it's one song. An album can, be anywhere between 6 and however many songs you want, essentially.
Yeah, and they release it as a single. So when I keep pulling up up until this episode or like the last episode, I was like, I just don't understand because they keep saying single, but it's released on. There's 3 other tracks. I don't understand.
It's like when they were in the studio, they're like, all right, we need to save money and time, so just play all the songs all the way through.
I can believe that.
So intro number 1 and intro number 2 were essentially released on a single together. They were released on they were both labeled as a single,
But
they
it
were
was-
on the same
yeah,
album.
it was the same
Essentially, it was the same EP.
Interesting.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was really weird. I don't even know. But it's not on any it's not on a full album at all, except for that compilation thing. It's not on like Rebos or anything like that. Sound Horizon. Jesus.
Well, you just read the other thing, the Crimson
Bow and Arrow.
No, Caramel Apple Sound.
Oh
Garden.
yeah, that's where I got it from. Is
Yeah.
because that's one of the vocalists in the soundtrack was CASG, and it stands for Caramel Apple Sound Garden, which is strange to me.
That's a strange name, strange stage name.
So I got Garden and Horizon mixed up for some reason.
Well, keep it going.
Don't understand. It doesn't have as much credit as the first intro. It just didn't get as much hype. It didn't really hit big on the charts as Crimson Bow and Arrow. But you can hear the melody of Crimson Bow and Arrow in the near the end of this song.
Really?
Yeah.
They threw it in there?
Yeah, it's kind of hidden. It's a little distant.
Little Easter egg?
Yeah.
wow.
And we already know all about Linked Horizon, so let's get into listening to this song.
All right, let me hit play. I might have to adjust the volume here because I did turn it up for that last song.
Although, wait, hold up.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
We forgot to do lyric analysis for the second.
Oh,
for
we
the
kind of did
first
it
outro.
mid song.
We did. You're right. Let's move on.
All right.
It's fine.
Here it comes.
Such an anthem.
Right, it's so regal.
Oh, yeah.
Marching band ready at the. And then it
It
just
just
turns
goes
into a
to
whole
hell.
fucking opera.
Shredding
here.
guitars. And I love right before the shredding guitars, they fire the smoke in the air that there's a Titan
Oh yeah.
in the animation part.
Listening to stuff like this makes me want to play guitar so bad.
And I can tell already these lyrics are they've definitely fit the Survey Corps, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. And when we get to the lyrics, I will prove that you are correct.
We'll actually do a lyric analysis.
Yes, we
for
have
this
to.
one.
I actually had him pull up the entire lyrics on his computer because I was like, this is amazing. Like, they tied all these verses in and made a whole goddamn story.
Oh, I actually can't wait to hear that.
And you got to keep those dramatic chimes in. Sorry about that. That was the other song here. But yeah, I love on that outro how right as it comes out of that song, it just chimes to
Yeah,
give you.
yeah.
Are you ready for the?
It's like, are you ready for the episode? Here,
we go.
we go. It's a magical journey.
I just want to know who thinks of things like this. I wish I was that creative to. Ooh,
I think
it just matches so well.
you know what it is.
does.
And now you said that, and it made me think of when I was in school, and so I went to school for music production, and what we had to do for some of our projects, especially our final project, was I had to compose a part for a short film that was created by another student.
Wow.
So composing some of the parts for it was like, when you only have 3 weeks to put together a project, and you have to have a certain number of minutes in the song, it has to hit a certain length, it has to have a certain number of instruments essentially, and then a certain level of mixing that had to be done. So I had to send them the Logic Pro session as well as the bounced version of the song, and forcing somebody to do all that work when they've never done it and it's 3 weeks, like putting you under so much pressure makes you more creative.
Really? That is not something I would have like pictured at all.
It really does. You're like, okay, this isn't quite what I thought it was going to sound like, but it does sound interesting, and I'm going to leave it there. So it forces you to create something. You're like, oh, I didn't expect to
kind of go on
that.
a journey that you really didn't expect.
Yeah. You just kind of go with the flow.
Okay.
And I get that, and that's why I take my hat off to you, because I am not a creator. I am a mimicker. Like, I can listen, I can play, but to like come up with things like from scratch, that is amazing.
Well, just wait till your final project.
Well, that was going to lead me to the next question, was like, do you think that might be why you're struggling with your music theory right now? Just because like, composing takes like a ton more like strength is really the best word I can come up with. Strength.
I guess for me, like Western Western tonal music is, well, I cannot say tonal. Western tonal music is like, it's so by the books, and when I like write it out and I play it, I don't like it because it's just so blockish. It's boring to me.
Right.
But Western tonal music is like there is a format, like for sonata, for rondo, like there is a format that you have to follow and you cannot stray away. And I think that's where I'm having the issue at, is because
so you want those
it,
accidentals, you want that like fluidity,
a little bit of freedom.
You don't want that.
I do.
Okay.
Right. And I feel like some of my assignment side subject gives me that liberty, but it don't.
I think I kind of went through the same thing in school too, where when you do have to stick to such a rigid structure, and it's really kind of depends on the teacher too, like what they're willing to accept from you. But if being forced to make a song that is by the books can be daunting, and it can also be like, all right, this is the only thing I have to work with. It's like wearing a uniform to work. You don't have to worry about what you have to wear in the morning. You just go with it.
That is actually a great analogy.
So that is the only way to make it fun, is like, all right, how do I make this? I know this has to be by the books. How do I make it unique?
That is a great analogy.
So try that when you.
I was about to say I will be writing that down. As a matter of fact,
Is there a certain voice or the way somebody can sing something that makes it different and sounds just weird, has a different harmonic to it? If you hold your nose and sing a note, does it sound fucking weird? It probably sounds terrible, but if you had 40 people hold their nose and singing the note, I bet it'd sound cool. That's don't do that though for your project.
That might be
but
fucking
you're
cool.
like right on. You're right on money though. No, my project, I just have to come up with like an hour and a half worth of material, and I'm
Just an
have
hour
to
and a
find a choir to
It's only
teach
an hour
it.
and a half. It's
Holy
fine.
shit! And then you have to do what?
I have to find a choir to teach it to.
Boy. When is your
which I'm
final
just-
project due?
Oh, it's like a year
Oh,
from
okay,
now.
good.
But I'm gonna use my old college choir. Like I got the permission from my former professor to do it. So
Nice.
I'm okay.
That's awesome. That's a nice resource to have.
Yeah, and I'll just teach them the songs that we learn, and that's it.
Perfect. Look at that. Well, hell yeah! I guess. Did we do our lyric analysis
No,
yet? We
we
went
have
way off
Not
tangent
yet.
there.
We did not.
Gracious.
It's my fault. I asked the question. I can take fault.
It's all right. It's just more content. That's all it is.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so this song is super poetic, guys. Like I said before, like I was getting really excited reading it because I was like, oh my god, that's fucking genius. You did a great job. So before I move over to the whole section of things, This is one that I thought was kind of dark. Won't let you say they died in vain. We will fight on to be free now, and I'll be the hero. Fighting, we clash with forces barbaric. They may be large, but we will attack them. And I was just like, whoa, okay. State your motive, sir.
Survey Corps.
Absolutely.
They may be large, but my name's Levi Ackerman, and it doesn't matter.
True. Okay, so I need you to pull up those lyrics on your computer.
Okay.
Like, right now. So the whole string of verses here is freedom is as death is. They're both two sides of the same coin. Freedom or death, it's your choice. Choose one to be your ally. For what reason were we, and this is a whole new verse. For what reason were we born into this cruel world? Why are we here now? Next, I don't know the answer to complicated questions such as these. Even if it were true, that being here right now was just a mistake. Like, it just strew along these lyrics that just make a whole goddamn story. Talk about a rock opera.
Yeah. Damn, yeah. And it really does sound like the whole Survey Corps.
Yeah.
I was about to say it sounds just like the Survey Corps.
Absolutely.
Except for that the very first thing you said, which was freedom and death is...
Freedom is as death is.
Freedom is as death is. They're both two sides of the same coin.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like the speech that, oh man, I forget the guy's name. It's the bald dude who's like the captain of the
Garrison.
the garrison.
Oh, man. Pixis.
Yes.
Yes, him.
So Pixis, that lyric reminds me of when he tells Aaron, like the first time they realize that
Oh, yeah.
he's a Titan and they don't know what
And
the fuck
everybody
to do about
wants
it.
to kill him.
And he's like, all right, do you think you can move? Do you think you can seal the gate? Do you think you can get over there and do it? He's like, if you can't, that's fine. But just look behind you. They all die. And he just no, it's fine. You don't have to do it. But you're our only hope. So
If you can't do it, you're gonna die.
we're fucked regardless. So we're glad that you're here.
I will say that rewatching this and listening to the lyrics of this song just makes me realize how great Erwin is as a leader, but also how he is such a goddamn, like, just a nuisance sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, when he made that speech, I think that was season 3, when he made that speech, like, knowing that they were going to die, I think I would have rode on that horse and died with him. Like, I believe
You're like,
every
I
word.
believe every single word you
I
say. You
believe
could
every
tell me
word.
10 lies and I'd still believe you.
I was in my living room, like, jumping up and down. I believe every word you're saying, but man, he can definitely be a dick sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
Is it so strange that I picture this happening, you jumping up and down? Like,
I actually do
rejoicing
picture that.
into Erwin, like, yes, my man, we're here.
I
got
picture
it.
you
That
jumping
is
up
what-
and down and then like hopping on TikTok and kicking your bathroom door open and doing your TikTok video.
That's true.
Yo, that is one of my one of my
Erwin.
favorite speeches of all time in anime.
It's so good. You might be right, man. This might go down in history as the greatest anime of all time.
It's
I
already been
think
said.
so.
It's already been
I
said.
think so.
It is far from slow. It's got the shock factor
All around.
The music of it has like those, I'd call them Easter eggs. They're really just influences for the music. But
Well, Garrett, while we're here and we're live and we have somebody else who can also critique this, what were your
my keys to a
keys
great anime.
to a great anime? Let us know.
So yeah, okay, Preston. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, what are the keys to a great anime? It's got to be definitely the animation,
Absolutely.
the story. So that includes like characters, plot development, all that stuff. You got the story. You have the audio, which is really 2 parts. You have the voice acting, and then you have the music. Okay, 3 parts, and then sound design and the sound effects of it. So you got your audio there, because if there is bad voice acting, if there's bad audio, it fucks up the whole anime for me.
Yeah, like if you drop a fork and it doesn't actually make noise or it doesn't make the right noise,
It bugs me.
He gets really like
Oh wow.
he gets really
I've
like
never
that's not
looked at
how
it like
that should have been. No.
Have you ever heard somebody
Oh,
like
man.
take a bite of like a wooden spoon and it sounds like a metal fork?
Okay, so now I am
Now
going
you're
to
gonna notice it.
reevaluate everything
Yeah, you're gonna notice
in
it.
life right now.
No, yeah, welcome to my life, yeah.
And then the other thing was, man, I have it written down somewhere.
It was on our whiteboard, wasn't it? Oh, it was. Not anymore.
I have it
You
in my
erased
notes.
it.
I'm going to pull it up here. So we have animation, we have story, we have audio, and then my other thing was Easter eggs. So, like, Jujutsu Kaisen does a great job, which is why I think it's part of the reason why I think it's a better anime than Demon Slayer right now.
Oh, hurt my feelings.
Yeah, he's been thinking about this one, and he's like, he's trying to convince me, and I was like, I
they're
feel like
so
we
close.
have.
They're so neck and neck that it could really, like, I mean, Demon Slayer could come back and then just.
Are you a manga reader?
I'm not. So I only watch anime.
Okay.
Preston's really having to hold back now.
I am.
I hear it in your voice.
But that to me is like the 4 keys that make such a good anime, because you do have like Soul Eater had a ton of Easter eggs.
Oh God, I loved Soul Eater.
Jujutsu Kaisen, when he's like, oh man, I really wanted to learn.
Soul Eater was okay.
Soul Eater,
no.
Soul Eater was again, that's a
heart.
niche type. You can't compare it to Attack on Titan.
No.
You can't. I was really underwhelmed by the last fight, but
That's
I'll
fair.
leave it there.
That's fair. I don't think.
I don't want to talk in this right now.
She's like, let's let this slide. Can we just let this one go?
So do you think a good anime also, well, not also, but do you think a good anime needs a storyline for it to be good?
No.
So no, that could be part of the story
We proved
too.
that with Love is Like a Cocktail. We thought it was a cute, adorable anime, but it didn't follow a storyline.
So when
I can't wait to look at that podcast, by the way.
We haven't done the video yet.
we
Okay.
might do that after we get off of this podcast and go make all the drinks.
That's true.
But,
So that will be a fun morning.
Oh yeah, but I think that story incorporates a lot, so it doesn't necessarily have to have a storyline, but the characters themselves are a story.
Absolutely.
So each episode technically has a story, even if they don't follow each other.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Like the wife does
Yeah.
the same thing, the husband does the same thing.
Think about regular show.
That's true. That has no.
Oh yeah,
no story.
absolutely.
That is there's.
Which
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it has no story at all. It's just them doing a bunch of random shit.
But
and
you know
they
what?
do throwbacks to
But
It's
other
like
they
very
do-
episodes.
They
episodic.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, but they like there's stories that they go back to.
But
It is.
the greatest anime have phenomenal storylines.
They do. No, absolutely.
Intricated, but
Yes.
also answered. You don't want to leave plot holes that ruins the whole story.
That's true.
Yep.
But Preston, you were gonna say something earlier. What were you gonna say?
And I dropped the ball and
That's
forgot.
Forgot
okay.
it.
No
Forgot
worries.
it.
That was actually making me think of like some of the plot holes, and this is where I can critique my own favorite anime, Dragon Ball Z. There's no threat of any real death. That's the biggest plot hole in all of Dragon Ball Z. It could be a really good anime if people actually fucking died.
That's sad.
It is sad. It's sad to think about, but nobody actually dies.
I think Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Z. Well, I definitely like Dragon Ball more than Dragon Ball Z.
I think the only thing that gets me is the bad animation, but you just have to realize it's from the 80s.
Yeah, it's 1980s, yeah. But I think it's like for the individual enjoyment. Like for Dragon Ball Z, 9 times out of 10, like I'm not looking for a storyline. I'm ready for people
a
to
fight
start
scene?
fighting.
Yeah, that's true.
But in the beginning, though, and I think I don't know what happened with Dragon Ball Z, because in the beginning, they literally did have a storyline. Like it was the tournament, and then Raditz came, and then we found out that there were other people, and then Vegeta came, and he left, and then we found out about additional people, Namek, Dragon Balls. So they went there, and then after that, I think it just like went total left field.
I think what probably happened was Akira Toriyama just was ready to retire.
He literally has stated that he was ready to give it up, but like people keep saying they want Dragon Ball.
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
No, don't do it.
And he had to turn it into
fine.
this anime that was like not gonna you know what's gonna happen in every fight, and you just wait for the cool animation and the cool new move and the limit breaking event, and the rest of it is just like, okay, so they're gonna lose, Goku's gonna get the shit kicked out of him, and then he's gonna win.
Oh yeah. And that's just another thing. I don't like the fact that everybody keeps getting power-ups. Can we just leave it sometimes? And
Yes.
Goku's going to get another power-up. I can guarantee you. MUI is not the last.
He's gonna be fucking Zeno. He's just gonna be the god of everything.
Either that or he's gonna go. I forgot. It's the Dragon Ball, like what is it called? FD5. Something where he had like that long silver hair. Like it was a picture going around the internet, like when we were like young.
Yes, yeah.
I think that's probably gonna be his next one.
I have no idea. I'm just I'm just going along for the ride at this point.
But yeah, I know Toriyama, like he like literally doesn't care anymore. Like to the fact where he like literally forgot like the color of, I think it was Vegeta's hair. Like at one point in time it was red, and then he turned it black, and
he was ready to give up.
Yeah.
But we'll save Dragon Ball Z for another day too. We got
yes.
Man. Oh God.
I was like, man, y'all didn't pause. There was no space for me to come in there.
and go. Let's bring it back to Attack on Titan.
Yeah. We still have an outro.
You're right.
I am so bad at this.
No, you're not bad at all.
No, you are just on level with Garrett.
I'm enabling you. Is what it is.
That's what it is.
We need 2 Emilys to keep us in shape.
Yeah.
So let's bring your wife on. Let's get her going.
Oh no.
Okay.
Is she as bad as you are?
No, but she would keep me on check, and I just don't want that.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I just reminding you of your wife?
And Emily's like,
No.
all right, we need her on now. Now I want to see this.
Now I need it.
I'm gonna bring the popcorn.
I need that in my life. So Garrett, what is the second outro?
All right, the second and the last outro of the day. Last song from openings and endings.
Come
Minus
on.
the score.
Let's go.
It is The Great Escape by Cinema Staff. Again, that's on episodes 14 to 25. The song released as a true single, an actual single in 2013, and later in 2014 on the album Drums, Bass, Two Guitars. That's what the album's called.
Wow.
Drums, Bass, 2 Guitars. Peaked at number 12 on Oricon and number 11 on the Japan Billboard charts. It was certified gold. And the artist Cinema Staff formed in 2003. The original band name was Real while still in high school. They are featured in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 or Arc V, later in the Attack on Titan series as well, and on the Attack on Titan No Regrets OVA theme. They stay true to the Japanese alternative rock band.
They sure do.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And that's
like all I hear.
All the notes that we have on them. So now we can listen to the song. We'll get right back into it. See, Emily, we're here.
Right here.
Damn it, Preston.
All right, here we go. Here comes the song.
I don't know who's enabling who anymore. Like I love the way that they come into this song. But then it still still brings it down.
It does bring it down enough.
You still have that chaos at the beginning, coming out of the thing, which kind of like, it's like, oh God. But I love the beginning. But then it comes into this, and it's just like kind of flowy. Like, it's just like, you want to kind of just,
I love the bass tone.
And I love the register of his voice when he hits those high notes.
And it comes into a great hook, too.
Whew.
God damn. Anybody notice the key change there? They borrowed from another
course.
key? That was cool. So
Yeah.
what do you think? Does it fit?
Yeah, I do. I honestly don't think it fits as well as the
Preston,
first
that
outro.
sounded like you didn't think it fit.
And I think that's what I was about to
Was
say.
that it's not like, it doesn't give you the same feeling and satisfaction that the first outro gives you. It's still a good outro.
It is. But I tell you what, I feel like I can hear this on Black Clover
Yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah. I could see that.
And so I guess that's what like came to mind for me. Like for me, it's a good song, great outro, loved everything about it, but it didn't, like, when comparing them to the other three, it just didn't mesh as well as it could have.
That makes sense. I mean, if you think about Attack on Titan up to this point, score, intros, and the last outro that we just heard, it is very opera, symphonic.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
So this doesn't really
classical.
just fit that vibe. It's a totally different vibe.
if you're going to go alternative rock, you have to throw in some classical-esque stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was like my biggest issue with that is that, like, it was almost like a total switch. Like, we had like cinematic, symphonic, like all this orchestral work, and then we went into like rock band, which, like I said, I love the outro. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
loved it.
It's a great song.
Like I said, the intro of that song is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if it fits with the other three.
That's totally fair.
Yeah. I love this song, but I just don't think it's as good as outro 2 flowed with the whole anime itself. And I think that's what's important. Does it flow with the anime?
Do they have any good lyrics?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
So now here's the second question. Music, we've decided, doesn't really fit. But do the lyrics make it fit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But I don't have as good of an argument as I normally have for convincing you
That's okay.
otherwise.
We don't
But,
have to be convinced.
I don't know if it may be my interpretation either. So this is in the middle of the song. I broke out of the long dream. I escaped with a red body. Our eyes look like those of starved beasts.
Okay.
Okay, last verse. We broke out of the thick darkness. We escaped from what seemed like a hurricane. We who look like living corpses are going outside the walls. Let's meet again in the unmapped place.
I think
it's almost forced to fit.
Yeah, it is. I can
And
see
see,
that. And
and
it
that's
sets
why-
up perfectly for season 2.
Yeah,
Yeah. That does set
So-
up. So it's almost forced to fit, but
but still fits.
let's give them.
I don't give them an A.
Oh, definitely not.
I don't give them an A. But I'm not going below B. I'm not. I'm not even going below a B minus.
If we had to give all of these songs 1 point, I would say let's just give the song half a point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do that. I wouldn't go below a B minus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like you said, the lyrics literally drove it home for me like that. It like you said, it was forced to fit.
Yeah. Manipulation, man. Okay.
God damn it.
Guys.
They got 3.5 there on this one. So I guess now we get to move on to the fun stuff.
We get to move into the segment of the show that we just started where we get to read the most bizarre fucking reviews I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I can't wait for this
man.
one. Emily always finds some good reviews.
Yes.
What are these
Would you like me to start with 5-star or
wannabe
1-star?
weebs saying?
Preston, should I start with the 1-star or the 5-star?
Let's go with 5.
All right. That's a long one. One of the greatest anime of all time. You would wonder how great an anime could be made from some normal survival of the fittest natural law. Well, you'll know after you watch this. The story is full of plot twists and plot points, and it's completely plot hole proof. Every episode is a masterpiece by itself, and the ending of each episode will push you to the next, even if your body struggles not to. It's for an episode ending you could guess for a season ending. I bet you will surely Sasageo yourself to this anime after you watch Eren and his species' survival against these man-eating monsters. Capital letters. I bet you will.
I like this person.
I'm currently waiting
Yeah,
for the
absolutely.
4th and final season, which I know will be a season worthy to this masterpiece. And one more thing. Game of Thrones won't stand a chance against the legendary Attack on Titan.
They put GOT, didn't they?
GOT.
Yeah.
GOT won't stand a chance against the legendary AOT, even if both shows revolve around walls. Now grab some potato chips and start this legend of an anime singing Sasageo. And he goes through the whole fucking lyrics.
He did.
P.S. There's a P.S. on the review. Be aware of the potato girl Sasha Browse. She may get cannibal after seeing the chips you're eating.
I love Sasha, by the way.
Me too.
She's funny.
And just so clumsy.
And that's why I like her, because she literally reminds me of myself.
He'd be in Attack on Titan, and like, and remember that scene where they're trying to get all the gas for their gear?
Yeah.
And so they have to all attack the Titans at the same time while they're shooting them in the face.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And she misses. She and Connie are the two that miss their Titans, and they have to be saved. But she starts to cry, and then just
she's fine.
she loses it. Like she's
literally like comedic relief for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's any scene she's in.
And like when she first pulled up, like offering a piece of bread.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Why you eating it?" "Well, I think you should know, sir." Yeah.
I can eat this whenever I want.
Oh my god.
All right, it's time for the 1-star review.
Oh, the 1-star review.
It's a short one, and it was posted like 3 weeks ago, so it's kind of relevant. It's getting overhyped by new quarantine watchers who only watch because they think a character is hot.
That's it?
That's it.
That's
What?
Yeah, that was their 1-star review.
Well, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
So
Because they think a
Who's
character
hot?
is hot. There's a whole lot about Levi.
I mean,
Levi.
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 Levi's the hot one.
Well, I've heard that Aaron now is starting to get like his little hot in upcomings.
With what, that little flavor saver he's got?
Jesus Christ.
I think people like the long hair now.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You know, Preston, I just recently found out that how old I was because I just found out what the word shipped meant in anime.
I found that out 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm so glad. Because I was like, what the fuck are these people on Reddit talking about shipped? What does that mean? And then it was on our Instagram.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, what does this mean? What are people saying?
Like, this is my favorite ship. Like, what the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found
like,
that out
what is
on
this?
TikTok. I was like, "What is a ship? What the
I had to Google it.
And
Why did you abbreviate relationship so much?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it didn't even make sense. I was like, what?
And I got it from like what was it, My Hero Academia, because they like to like put everybody in relationships over in that community. So yeah, that's where I got it from. But yeah, I had no idea what that
Yeah,
I
was.
guess-
so strange to me.
TikTok culture, like the whole 1-minute videos, they're like, we got to save as much time as possible. We can't say relation. That is too long.
I don't know, man. I wish that were what it was.
Well,
Okay.
they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about in that review.
No, not at
Yeah,
all.
that's true.
And that was a lazy ass review.
It was lazy. If you're gonna give it 1 star, just because it's overhyped, well, how about you watch that? How about you watch the whole
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I was like,
And it
you know,
sounds
it's
like
relevant.
you watched it.
Yeah, it does actually. I mean, at least maybe he
It
started.
sounds like you watch it.
Maybe he just wanted to talk shit and he didn't actually watch it.
Probably wanted to just stop.
You said it was overhyped. Tell me why it's overhyped.
There's a reason it's overhyped.
Especially because of the whole drama with the studio too. So I don't know why he's
I
like.
think the
like,
reason it got
people love this
overhyped was because of all the hate that was going on.
Yeah,
like
probably.
it feels more overhyped when everybody's talking shit about it and then arguing that
Back.
it's really good
Yeah.
in the first place. So yeah,
And I know even a lot of people on TikTok, like there's a lot of hate for Attack on Titan. Like a lot of people on TikTok is like, it's overhyped, like too many people are starting to like. I don't know what the problem is when people start gravitating towards like a anime
Yeah,
that
like, what
maybe
is
not
it-
be quite popular. Like now everybody jumping on the bandwagon.
well, who cares? You should be happy that you have more people to talk about it with.
That's all I'm saying. I try to get people to watch anime.
same.
Yeah, I don't have enough friends who watch anime. I feel like it's just the same friend, and she's
tell me
like,
about
I
it.
fucking hate when you talk about anime now.
Tell me about all of my anime friends I have literally met, including you guys. I met on Instagram.
Man, it's weird that we all have lived so far apart. None of us live close to each other. It's like I guess it's healthy for a balance of like friendships that you have. You know, you can't have everybody like an anime as much as we do because, well, then we wouldn't get anything done.
That's true.
Had nothing at all.
We'd sit over at each other's houses, smoke too
just-
much weed,
Watch anime.
Watch and talk about
watch anime.
Yeah.
Man.
collect cosplay items.
But man, what the life.
Which I am doing a cosplay. I cannot wait.
Yes.
Because I'm going to do a cosplay.
So have you hit your 10,000 yet?
I I'm trying not to post anymore on TikTok because I feel like the next something I post, I'm going to hit 10,000, but my stuff hasn't come yet.
Okay.
So I'm reluctant to post anything right
gotcha.
now.
I love that that's the problem you're having.
It's just hasn't arrived in the mail.
I love that that's the reason that you're not posting.
But let me tell you, you guys are growing like crazy.
Thanks, man. It has been an interesting, like, all the research that we did on trying to grow Instagram. None of it could have answered the whole reason that we did grow. It is from one post.
One post.
Really one post.
Yeah.
That I promoted one time. And
Really?
it was the Naruto, like,
It was the
crossover
mashup comic.
Yeah.
So wholesome.
Yeah.
So I had promoted one thing before and it just didn't go anywhere. And I was like, man, maybe promoting isn't worth it. And then I promoted that and it was like off the fucking charts. I didn't spend much money on the promotion and it just took off, like 20,000 likes in the first day.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was we were like, what the hell is happening?
So that is all from that one thing. And I thank God that happened because now we're hopefully have finagled the algorithm. I have no idea.
To where now, like, everything like that comes,
it's showing up in people's
Yeah.
It's gonna
feeds.
come in your for
Yeah, we're popping up on like Explore and on hashtags and stuff. So
And that's what I will say, like, and that's the crazy thing about like Instagram's algorithm, but it's also a good thing. Anything that's popular with anime is going to take. So if you're talking about Naruto, it's going to take, like, and you promote it, it's gonna be good for your channel. If you're gonna do anything with now Jujutsu Kaisen, like, that's gonna take. So I guess that's like the downfall and the upside because you want to like post your stuff, but you also want to get followers. So I'm trying to learn how to like post like the popular, but also like y'all gonna see my face.
it is, and I think you've figured out a good method.
Garrett has definitely admired your I'm not as on Instagram as much as Garrett is,
I'm
so
constantly
I
checking.
don't see all of your posts because he's already seen it for the day. So he always says, he's like, dude, we should totally jump on this. Like, he has the fucking right idea. Like, that's perfect. Like, we need to do that. But I don't know how to work technology as well as he does. So he's just going to have to jump on it when he wants to do this.
I feel like the videos that you have been putting out, it is exactly that. You're like, how do I get popular anime in this post and my face in this post at the same time without doing cosplays every day? You know?
And that's what changed for me. I think TikTok changed the game for me because TikTok is a lot different from Instagram. Like, they don't really want to see. On TikTok, you can post literally nothing but pictures and it'd be okay. But if you post a picture and a face, like, you get like tons of likes. So I think that was my issue, is that I was like doing a lot of posts like without my face. So now it's like a little bit harder for me to grow organically on Instagram. But like, as far as TikTok, like, I am booming over there.
Yeah,
and
you are.
and we're so happy for you because that's hard. TikTok's hard to get into. I cannot.
It's not.
Oh,
it's
it is
not,
so
I
daunting and
promise you.
overwhelming.
I think it's just learning a new
It's
app.
not.
It is, but I learned Instagram and Facebook pretty fast. I had to, especially with my account. So,
Because here's the thing. Like, you hop on the trends and stuff like that, but you don't have to. Literally, I post a picture to my video, I use a filter, and that's it.
yeah.
That you make it sound so easy.
It really is.
Whenever those filter things pop up, it's so overwhelming because there's so many
There's
of them.
so many. You're like, I don't know which
I
one to
don't know
choose.
and I don't know what any of them do, so I have to click on all of them.
I use one all the time, and all I did was just swipe over, and I was like, I like that one.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome because that's like trying to go through TikTok filters for me is, I call it Netflix syndrome, where there's just too many options and you end up just scrolling Netflix longer than you actually picked a show and watched it.
Yeah.
And that's how I get with, like, especially I showed you the video of the Rolly Seaboard that I have.
Yeah.
And playing with all the sounds that thing can do.
Oh my God, he made me
God, that
stay up
thing is
until like
great.
fucking 3 o'clock in the morning one morning. He's like, baby, come sit next to me.
Well,
Come,
it goes to,
come,
like-
come check this out.
So you
come
know
look
how-
at it. So I'm
how-
like, okay, so now I'm scrolling through all of the effects, and he's like, yeah, look at it, it goes.
I'm going to have to buy a subwoofer essentially for this home studio because it goes down to like -4
Yeah, it's like
octave.
a stupid octave you can't even hear.
You can go to B flat -4. And it is
Man.
it does things that you never thought this sound should do.
I love it. Like when you can like just wiggle your finger and like pitch bend it yourself. Like that is amazing to me.
It's like it's turning the keyboard into a stringed instrument essentially.
Golly, I have got to get one of those.
Get one, man.
All right, I'm sorry to interrupt you two.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. We'll get right back on it.
Okay, well, we're going to get right back on it. We're going to jump into the soundtrack.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I have a quote that is it's kind of perfect for what we're doing here. So this is from a Slash Films article on Attack on Titan being a perfect introduction to anime newbies. And this particular section was regarding the score.
Okay.
I think he really hit this one on the head. The score of Attack on Titan is equal times emotional punches and rousing J-rock anthems that will have your blood pumping within seconds. Sawano knows exactly when to pull on your heartstrings with a melancholy melody as characters reflect on their miserable existence, and then have you screaming your lungs out with a war cry as you prepare for battle with the doomed scouts.
Yeah.
Is that not like a perfect way to describe that soundtrack?
It definitely is. I mean,
absolutely.
This soundtrack is what made Sawano like.
This is what made makes him perfect for any anime in the future.
He took I can hear all of my already favorite composers in his composition, especially for this one. Like I thought Seven Deadly Sins was good, but listening to some of this stuff, it's like he used all of my favorite sounds that Hans Zimmer uses in Interstellar and The Dark Knight, and he does some of the same techniques, but he makes it uniquely his own. And what's even more important about this score, I think, is the players that he had play on it are truly masters in their craft. They know how to emulate emotion and play everything perfectly, and still like you can play the composed part that's on the sheet and know when to make it absolutely your own.
And Sawano completely seeks these people out.
It is
completely seeks them out. I think it's Mika Yobayashi, one of the vocalists on the soundtrack. She had her own interview, and they're like, "Oh, so you were on the Attack on Titan soundtrack?" And he's like, "Yeah, Sawano-san's people just reached out to me, and it just became a thing." Like he personally selects these people to come and play on his soundtracks.
That is amazing.
I wonder what he did to like earn the credibility to just call on these people.
I think he just builds good relationships from the sound of it. Like he's got people from like who just speak English, who do Japanese, German. Like he's got a bunch of resources. So he must have done something pretty spectacular to earn like a bunch of people's respect to come at his aid to create something like this.
Yeah. I mean, this score is beyond cinematic. It blows some of my favorite movies scores out of the water.
I was just thinking that, like, to me, like, that's what separates this. It is so cinematic. And not only that, it fits so well. I think this is probably the best anime music collaboration that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And heard.
Yeah, I was listening to the soundtrack the other day while I was like researching Attack on Titan. And I was like, I really like this music. Like I'm getting all of the emotions. Like it's not static. It's not the same thing over and over again, but every track is unique in their own ways. But a lot of them are like motifs that are taken from a song and like broken up. Like they're still almost the same motifs and themes, but they're just broken up in such a way that makes them unique in their own way.
And that was amazing because 3 of these songs literally you can string together to make one song.
So I got to ask, what was if you had to pick one that you could show everybody, which one would it be?
Oh man, because I know I already have my favorite, but to show everybody.
To show somebody and you're like, this is why this is so cool.
Okay, if I had to do that, I would probably do 14. XLTT.
XLTT, that is the one that probably everybody would recognize. XLTT is that they use a piece of it when they transition to like the commercial break where they show you the extra information that you can't read fast enough because
Man, I had to pause my TV to figure out what that was.
And it distracts me because they put the translation up top and down on the bottom. So I read the top one first. I'm like, oh shit, that's just the title of what they're trying to say. Fuck, I gotta read the bottom one really fast. Yeah. So that's that sound. They took a piece of that and they use it every time they come in and out of those commercial breaks. It's the very like glitchy sounding.
Okay, so do you want to play that song so
Yeah.
we can? I mean, we'll probably play a segment of it. It's probably like a fucking 4-minute song.
I did not know some of these songs are that long. Either.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
what
that
makes
one's
it so cool too.
6 minutes and 41 seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll play like a minute of it and like kind of give the audience an idea so they want to come and listen to all these.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
These tracks because it really is a great soundtrack. He did a fantastic job.
Check the show notes for the YouTube playlist. We're gonna have that down there, so you can just go over to our YouTube channel too, and you can find the playlist with all of the songs and an extra symphonic suite.
Yeah.
Everything's so dissonant. They use the synth so well.
And you've got those drums that just echo a heartbeat.
Because they have like that deep synth next to them too. That they're
and you can
smacking with
feel it, like you can feel it in your chest, but you can also feel your heartbeat too.
That, and you hear the higher register, those church bells.
Mm-hmm.
Literally was not expecting like a synth to be in it nowhere near this.
Right? And this part of it reminds me of Bane's theme
From Dark Knight.
from the third Dark Knight movie.
You know, one of my overall notes of this score was their use of dynamics.
Oh yeah.
Holy
Absolutely.
shenanigans. They get you with they're dropping really low and they're just getting softer and softer and then they come right back up. And they do that consistently on every album in the perfect way.
This reminds me of Overtuda. For some apparent reason, it is. It's so choral.
It is. I was hoping we would get to that part where it does the little glitchy thing that you hear in between. I may not isolate it. I don't want to skip ahead because it'll be weird.
Would you be able to see it on the waveform?
No, probably not. All right, I'm gonna stop it there before we get too far into it, and we're like
And then you got it
Just-
through every song.
just jamming out.
I was literally over here vibing.
Oh,
I'm sorry to do it to you.
Oh no,
Because
you're
I
fine,
could
you're fine.
totally keep listening to it, but I know that there are other things that we could probably be talking about.
there is one song that I would like to talk about. I put a couple of stars next to him, but I also had notes for XLTT, but then I wrote number 12, the female Titan extermination. That is super cool. It honestly sounds like it has more of a groove to it than anything else. And the very beginning sounds like Bruce Faulkner's DBZ score. And then then they add a groove, like a Daft Punk deep punky kind of groove, and then throw in Hans Zimmer's cinematic sound design on it. And
I did not make that correlation between DBZ, but it is exactly like that.
there are some of those like the really epic parts of DBZ. It comes out. The beginning just sounds like it to me, which we could play it. Let's do it. I'm gonna play it.
Do it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna play it. We won't listen to as long of a piece for this one. DBZ right there.
Like almost like when Sale walks in all the time.
Yeah. You hear those hi-hats too? They almost sound out of time.
Oh man. I love the fact that it's so choppy.
And this is another one of those songs that can honestly transition right into like the Bardo motif from XLTT.
No, absolutely.
Well, those are those I should have. I have like little notes and stuff about like who vocalists were and like different parts of the songs that are borrowed.
I'm gonna give another 20 seconds here, 15 seconds.
It is so cinematic. Like you can place this over like a Marvel movie,
Yeah.
and it will hit.
Then it grooves.
That is amazing.
It almost sounds like Tron to me
It
too
does.
for a second.
Yeah.
I can see that.
There was one song we were listening to that I was like, this is some Daft Punky vibes
Yeah.
that I'm getting.
This score all around was just, it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, it was so good that I listened to it at home and then I just went ahead and put it on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a lot of the stuff I could work out to. Some of the stuff I could just like be paranoid, sit in my room high as balls to. Like, oh shit, when is there a Titan coming? It was an all around beautiful masterpiece of work. And if you haven't started watching Attack on Titan, which at this point we've spoiled a lot of it for you.
Well, we did tell them if they haven't seen it, they should
To
press
stop,
pause and go watch it. So that's their fault.
So if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, make sure you watch it with badass speakers, please. Just like awesome studio speakers. Don't watch it off your phone. Don't watch it off your laptop speakers. Get nice headphones, not Beats. Just a nice pair of something. Enhance this music, please. Let it hit you.
It is literally amazing. And some of these, like, I listened to it by itself, and I was like, I don't think that fits. And then I went and listened to it. Like, not went and listened to it, but, like, went and looked at the anime and, like, heard the music that I was like, that don't sound like it fit. And it absolutely fits. And I'm sitting here like, and it's so seamlessly.
I noticed that too when I was watching it, because when I started watching it, he was not here, and I started watching it by myself. And I was like, okay, I'm going into this, and I'm going to listen to the music. And then the music just drew me into the story that I was like, fuck, I was supposed to listen to the music. Like, what's going on here?
It is
and
seamless.
they do it so, like, I had to, like, continue to, like, rewind. Like, I think I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It fitted in so well.
It's amazing how well this is put together. I mean, one thing that I absolutely noted, and this is for the audio engineering nerds that happen to listen to this, the drums and the percussion are recorded so well.
Yeah.
Like, that was one thing that just listening to it, not listening to the actual soundtrack and not watching it. It's like, holy shit, these drums, the mix is incredible. I don't know who recorded it.
And I heard that drums are, like, really hard to mix.
They certainly can be. There's so much going on, and somebody did it. Whoever he got to do it did it perfectly.
It's low and high. You know, you have so much that you have to really think about.
What's crazy, if you watch the symphonic suite, they re-record this, and the piano, the drums, the cello, a violinist, somebody on synth, all the vocalists.
Well, the vocalist is in the middle of the room.
Guitar, yeah, the vocalist is in the middle of the room, but all these people are in one room.
Yeah.
And very close to each other.
Incredibly close. Like, the cello player is, like, sitting right up on somebody.
Dude, go to our YouTube channel, go to the playlist, and it's the last video on the playlist. I think it's only about 20 minutes long.
It's 18 minutes, and I think they cover about, like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 tracks. And it's from all the seasons. Like, this is a project that he just put out back in, October?
Something like that,
September, October. And It's just like the voices, the vocalists, the cello player and his like slides. Holy shit, that man is a master at staying in tune after sliding from high up on the string all the way down the fingerboard. It is just amazing. The people
phrasing,
he has there.
The phrasing that they use.
The phrasing is.
It's some of it isn't even notes. It's just noise. Like they just came up with a phrase that a lot of those slides, a lot of the stab, they're not notes.
Yeah, I'm going to go listen to it.
It's hard to teach somebody how to rewrite that, because some of it is like being a master of your instrument. You know that your instrument can do sounds that you weren't taught how to do. You just found them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I you're talking to the choir.
So it's just, I mean, because of all of that, how talented they were, how much emotion that they put into it, it like oozes drama that matches the anime perfectly.
It does. And I have a favorite.
A favorite?
I have
a favorite song. What's your favorite song?
Yeah, nobody asked.
What is-
Fine,
You're right.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. What is your favorite song?
So mine's probably, actually, it's really torn between two, because one has a really lo-fi type of style. Do you remember that one?
You have to.
Eye Water.
Eye Water.
It had the
You're
really
right.
nice lo-fi beat, and I wrote down, I was like, it's chimey, and it just sounds like a lo-fi song I want to hear to come down from a long
does.
day with.
It is, and I love how they like used pads and synthesizers that are electronic, but they did a great job emulating water or a crackling fire.
Yeah.
They emulated the different elements of Earth, and they're all synths.
You're literally about to make me go and listen to this all over again.
You can hear some of the pads that they have where like it sounds like shimmering glass almost.
Yeah.
And then some of it is like a fire crackling, and then you have water, or it could be wind too.
And that's what I really liked about it. Is like I was in the kitchen when this song came on, and I walked in the living room, and I was like, I just love how they made it. You know that it's not water, but it sounds like water, and it flows.
Yeah.
Like it flows away from you. And then that was what caught me onto that song, and I'm like, fuck, I'm vibing with this.
See,
I like it.
It's all about capturing that sound that isn't really notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind blowing.
I think we have mind blown.
Did we blow your mind, Preston?
Yes, because I didn't listen to any of this.
Well, now you will. Eye Water is what, number 3?
Is track number 3.
Yes.
Track number 3. Yeah. Go listen to it again. Blast it in your nice headphones, your nice studio speakers.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
It is this. I
Well,
can't say
I
enough
want to
about
play
this.
my song.
Let's
so
play
let's
it. Sorry.
play it so he can hear
Sorry,
it now.
I'm on a ramble.
I was going to say, yeah, we're gonna play
That's
that.
right.
Let's play that.
Right there. See? You've already got that chiminess. It's super chimey, and it's got that lo-fi setup. Even with the way they mixed it.
Well, if you hear what he's doing, every time he hits the keys when he's playing piano, they added like a
There's like a
a crackle.
Mm-hmm. See, there's that water.
What in the world was I listening to?
But you hear it now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And whatever frequency that is, it's like beautiful dial-up tone. I don't even know how to describe it.
But it's just like, it's a song that I would really just, I know that this is probably about sadness and like it's in a sad scene, but it is a song that I would love to come home and just chill to.
I feel like this is when Aaron is losing himself in Titan form.
Yeah.
When he's like, why do I need to go anywhere? I'm fine right here. My mom's right there. You know, it's like
Oh yeah.
he's just lost in this and he feels comfortable.
Ooh.
So good. And if you have a nice subwoofer, or if you know somebody that has a nice subwoofer in their car, this song hits some notes that
They
I
go
couldn't
super,
hear on my
it
speakers,
was
but I
super
saw them.
low. Yeah.
Like right there, there's a heavy note happening, which I can't really hear through my headphones.
But it's like they bring in all of these elements. I mean, they brought in the strings now, and it's just like it throws it all together back into that like that thematic, orchestrated thing, because it turns into something that you want to vibe with, and now you're like, fuck, now I'm sad. What the hell?
The fact that they named this eye water, I totally understand. Because
Yeah, it's not just tears. This is eye water.
Let's play the whole song. It's almost over. It's only 40 seconds left.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I can barely hear it through my headphones right now, but it sounds like it might be an 808 that they're using. Mm-hmm. It is very, very heavy and punchy. Like, it sits under everything so well.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I wonder where it actually was in the anime, because I don't know for sure.
I didn't hear that, and I did try to listen for that, but I'm going to go back and watch it again tonight.
I like your style.
Yeah.
I am just that in awe. Like, man, to be this creative, I take my hat to anybody who just wants to even try to be creative.
But to be creative and like be as heartfelt and noticeable of all the details, it just takes it to a whole nother level of creativity.
He didn't just notice like the composition details. Like he captures not just notes and cool chords and chord progressions, but he does frequencies.
Yeah.
Like he thought about how low your speaker system can go and how high your speaker system can go, and you're probably not going to hear this at all because you're going to listen to it through your TV. But if you had amazing speakers, the perfect setup, if you saw us in theaters, you would hear everything, and it would hit you right in the face.
That is amazing, because as a musician, like, for me, like, I don't want to say music is very surface level, because when I listen to it, it's deep. But when I play, like, most of the time, I literally play to mimic. So I can, like, express emotion, but to get to that level of expressiveness and to, like, be able to emote like that,
But think about the trust between him and his performers. That must have, like, he entrusted them with his masterpiece, and then they trusted him enough to, like, give back into the world.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It truly is a masterpiece.
It is. It is. And also, I think we might have a fight, because you said earlier that the song we played earlier was the most recognizable song off of the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I disagree.
Okay.
It was the first song.
That's what I said.
Attack on Titan.
It is the first
the
song.
Attack on Titan song.
Attack on Titan song. The first song.
And I feel like I'm on the XLTT is because, like, the first time, like, or when I think of Attack on Titan, I always think of, like, the Colossal Titan peeking over the wall.
Yeah.
But, man.
I don't know. I just feel like, what is
Can we play Attack on
What-
Titan?
Oh, you want me to play it?
her name is, Mika Kobayashi. Like, her voice just, like, that's the most recognizable vocal in the soundtrack that you hear, you know? And that's something that sticks with you, because you're not used to hearing vocals in the middle, like, unless it's an insert song. You're not really used to hearing vocals in the middle of an anime.
Yeah, and
while things are happening.
Before I play it, I do want to talk about that other song which one did the German chick sing on?
Oh, Amy Blackschlegger. She sang on Dead on Arrival.
Dead on Arrival. So Dead on Arrival, I was like, when it first started, I was like, fuck yeah, this song rocks.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That is the only song that ended up, I didn't like it by the end of it. Because it's just because of her vocals. And I don't know if it's because of the lyrics that she sang or if her vocals were just a little too loud. Everything else was mixed beautifully, and then that was the only one I was like, damn, I can only hear you, and I want to rock the fuck out right now. But that's just me. Let's listen to Attack on Titan.
Preston, do you agree?
No.
No?
I like Dead on Arrival.
I love Dead on Arrival. It was just, like I said, the end of it is just her voice.
But, Gary, I honestly think, like, well, not honestly think. I know your ears better than mine, so I have to like literally go back and like listen to a lot of things.
He's like, I need
ruined
to
Dead on Arrival for
rethink
you.
my judgment.
I do.
I love it. I love that we're able to come here together and discuss this, and nobody's feelings are hurt.
No, it's take notes.
And
You
it's
might hear at academia apparently is really toxic. I don't fucking know.
Seriously? I don't know.
Is it really?
Ooh-wee.
Well, he mentioned it earlier too.
I mean,
Oh, they're incredibly toxic.
some people. So we've had some haters on our page too, but
Right.
like, I think I'm looking at my Instagram so much. I'm just like, delete that comment. Just delete that. No one needs to see
it's
that.
so easy to just, and it feels good to just swipe and
Yeah,
delete.
just delete.
Instead of just fighting with somebody,
To
it's
be
just
honest,
easier to...
I'll take the time and type out my whole response that I really want to say, and then I'll just delete it anyway. I just won't even send it.
Yeah, but their fan base is very, very weird. As
I think
well.
it's
but no,
teenagers, man. Teenagers are just weird.
are weird.
I agree.
And you guys,
And I'm
I promise
sorry
if you're
if
a
y'all are
teenager listening
teenagers.
right now, you'll grow out of it, man. Everybody's weird. I was fucking weird.
I'm dealing
Yeah,
with a
I know I was
5-year-old who's
weird.
already weird. I don't
She's
fucking want to
yeah.
know what she's going to be like as a teenager. I don't
man.
want to get there. I wish she would stay 5, 6 forever. God.
But I will say I enjoyed, like you said, the fact that we can talk about it and discuss it, and nobody's upset or anything like that. Because for me, music is all about growing. It's going to be a forever ending. And if I can take notes from somebody who is better than me or can has a better ear than me, I'm all down
That's
for
the
it.
same with me. I love like being able to talk about, and it's not just music, it's anime too. Like,
Absolutely.
music I feel like is a language in itself. So I feel like if you just don't speak the language, then you're probably not meant to like take part in it. And that's okay too. Everybody's got their like medium of therapy or creative outlet or whatever it is. But I feel like anime is like a super niche-y, and it's got its own niches in between and
Like
things
different
like
genres
that.
and stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's and I feel like it's a little more beat up. Whereas if somebody says, "Well, I like metal music," and you're like, "Well, I like classical music," that doesn't mean we hate each other. It just means we have different things. But you say you like a different kind of anime, and it's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Man, and the culture in anime is very toxic, and I don't know when it began to be like as bad as it is now. And I honestly think, and this is no disrespect to the younger generation, but they didn't grow up like what we grew up on, so of course they're gonna think like, even with Naruto, like I grew up on Ronin Warriors and Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha and all of that stuff. But these newer people, like, they literally grew up on Naruto and My Hero Academia. So, of course, they're going to think that is the better, right. And we're going to think that Dragon Ball Z is the better,
Yeah.
the
this is
better
what
anime. So I think that's how
it's nostalgia. That's all it really is.
And that's, I think it's for me, like, Inuyasha was the first anime that I watched, but it's not my favorite. I love Inuyasha, but I probably love it because it is nostalgic. It was something new for me at the time, and that was exciting for me. So, I have a thing with, why can't we all just like anime together and talk about it nicely?
Yeah, it's not happening.
I think it's just frustrated kids, angsty kids, mostly. Because once an angsty kid says something and then an adult, we all do it. We all get fucking anxious and want to, like, especially behind a keyboard, just type our response out really quick. And it's going to, once you hit send, it's fucking there. So you can't take it back, even if you were just like, maybe you just said something drunk or something, So I think,
And somebody's going to repost that shit.
oh, somebody's going to share it. It's going to go,
Quickly.
could go viral. And that's the last thing you want. So I don't know. I feel like it's becoming very political, where it's gotten as violent as politics has in America right now.
I agree. You cannot post your opinion with somebody else before somebody else like slams your opinion.
I know. It's dumb. Lighten the fuck up, guys. Life's too fucking short.
Because even when I post things, like 9 times out of 10, I'm joking. I'm not joking about fairy tale, though. I never joke about fairy tale. But 9 times out of 10, I do be joking. And when I tell you they come
They come with you
for
with
me
a pitchfork,
hard,
man.
man,
Yeah, you're way worse than we are.
I've literally
feel like you start
had
fights.
somebody in. But 9 times out of 10, I just want to get a debate going. But I've literally had people like inbox me like, "I hope you drop your
What?
balls.
Seriously?
Like, oh yeah, man, they are.
That's what I'm
when
saying,
I tell
they're
you,
intense.
and I know it's like some little 11, 12-year-old kid who's sitting behind a keyboard just typing his whole life away. I get it. No
Yeah.
harm. No harm.
No,
no foul.
I totally understand. I'm dealing with the anime side and the people who just want like free shit all the time on my other page.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's, it's like, I get the best of both of the worst anime or
Get the best of the worst.
social media cultures.
Yeah.
Man, and I get it. I never have a problem with helping somebody out. If I need to like repost or post it or put it to my story, I have no problem at all. But man, y'all start asking me for I don't know why people think because you have followers, you have money. I've had people ask me, can I get some money here or there?
Really?
It's crazy.
I think the worst that we've gotten so far is just people are like, if you don't know who the fucking artist is, don't post it. I'm like, okay, listen.
Oh yeah, like numerous occasions, and somebody's already said it twice. So then a third person comes in. It's like, guys, just look at the last comment.
And
Guys,
it's like,
just look at the last comment.
especially when people are like, it would be one thing if we claimed it was our art, but we don't do that. So when you're like, oh, if you can't get credit, just don't post it. It's an art. It's frustrating as an artist like myself. Well, listen, dude, I'm an artist too, and if I'm going to post something for free, it's because I want everybody to fucking hear it.
To see it. Yeah, it's literally even like pictures and posts. Like people will make memes and I'll post them, and like people will like literally comment or they'll DM me, "Hey, I made that post. I need credit for that."
Damn, dude.
What do you,
No.
what do you want me
No,
to do?
it's not. That's not how this works. You should have made the post if you
You
wanted credit for
posted it, right?
If you're gonna post it for free like that, then don't ask for. You can't do that anymore. That's just not smart.
It's just not
and that's what I'm
smart.
saying. I don't think y'all know how the world works. I don't get it. But man, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the anime community, they can be, but then you find genuine people that like can discuss, debate, have a good time, laugh, and joke about it.
We totally understand
Oh,
that for
absolutely.
sure. We have followers on Instagram that we love that are a part of our community because it is like it's a joy to talk to some of our followers, and I love that about our Instagram is because we do actually have true followers.
Yeah, and I have to thank Vincent. His tag is the Nightmare Supreme. He was nice enough to send me a birthday gift.
He did.
He
It was
supported
so
the show.
sweet. It was so sweet.
That was super
Oh,
cool.
that's what's up.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
actually-
and that's what I mean. Like, we have some true followers that really, it's probably, I don't even know if it's about our podcast, but they are enjoying our presence and we're enjoying having them in our presence. So,
That's what's up.
yeah, I
That
can
is
appreciate the
amazing.
little things too. That's a big thing for us though.
That was here. I didn't expect anything like that. So it was really really heartwarming to get a birthday present, especially in the form of like going to the Buy Me a Coffee page, like the support the show link. That
Wow.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
So thank you, Vincent.
That's amazing. You guys deserve it though. You guys do great work and you guys put in the time, like the notes and you guys put in y'all deserve it. Y'all absolutely deserve it.
Thank you so much. Let's just stop doing that because it's gonna go
Yeah.
to our head.
No, I am like literally a fan. Like I literally will take a shower and like put my little echo in there and I will like play you guys this podcast while
Oh, we're in the
Thanks,
shower
man.
with you.
yeah, you guys are in the shower with me. But no, I absolutely love you guys. It's what y'all do is amazing.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Well, I was gonna wait to surprise you with this, but now since you were so nice, I kind
know.
of just want to tell him.
I know, you can tell him. It's fine.
Okay, so
Do you remember when we asked you your shirt size?
Don't do that.
well, we're not buying you a shirt.
We're not buying you a shirt.
We're Emily makes vests, like denim vests and denim jackets.
Oh,
So since you did the Attack on Titan episode with us, we're gonna make an Attack on Titan vest for you.
oh my god!
We know you have a bunch of anime merch and stuff, but it would mean a lot to us for you to have something to remember this episode of the podcast where you were
Oh,
our guest, our very first guest.
y'all don't understand. Like my mouth is like, oh my God. First of all, I love merch, okay? I absolutely love merch. But to have something handmade, I'm going to cry.
Aw,
Don't cry.
Don't
No,
cry.
It is.
No.
We were just so happy
Oh
to have
my
you on here,
God.
especially as passionate as you are about
Yeah.
music and anime. It was.
It was perfect. It was destined. We were destined to meet you. It was, and it's such a pleasure that we did.
Man,
Oh,
words. Man, thank you guys. Yeah, if y'all watch the shaky voice, if you guys like literally ever need anything, any help, whatever I can do, I told y'all from day one, like I got y'all. Whatever I can do, just let me know.
Well, we mean that too,
And man,
from
you
the
guys
from the
are
bottom of our hearts too. If you need
deep
anything,
in the pits of our stomach.
if you need audio engineering, if you need a bass player, whatever, if you need to know how to run a podcast because you start your own in the future, I have struggled my way through it. So yeah, if you need anything, just hit us up, man.
I appreciate it. I'm not going to talk anymore. Because
Well,
my
that's
voice is
okay,
gonna get
because I'm
shaky.
going to have us move on
To the fun facts.
to the fun facts and a couple of quotes.
Oh, is it not time for fun facts yet? Is quotes time?
Well, it's a little bit of both. There are fun facts about the writer and what he's contributed to the anime.
Oh,
I
and
consider
quotes.
it's a fun
Okay.
fact. Yeah.
Take it away.
So this is from that that interview that I was talking about at the beginning of the podcast with the writer of the manga. And I'm touching on a little of two subjects about his ugly titans,
Okay.
and then I'm about the creation of Levi. I thought this was really funny. So the interviewer was asking about the creation of Levi and how popular he is amongst the yaoi fangirls in an article. This article came out in 2014, by the way.
Okay. And for those of you who don't know what yaoi is, it's gay romance.
That's right. Gay romance. So this is what Isayama said. Maybe I've got a little bit of yaoi fangirl inside me too, because something went off in my head that told me that the yaoi fangirls are going to like this one. I was going for something similar to help me out, Preston.
EA.
Hiei?
Hiei in Yu Yu Hakusho, and the moment I finished his design, I knew I had something good. And I just thought that was so funny. He's like, I have a yaoi fangirl inside me too.
And the fact that he put Hiei and Levi, I can absolutely
Really?
see
I was going to ask you about that
that.
too.
They pretty much act the same. They're very dark and edgy. They are literally one and the same.
Okay, well then he did well then, I guess.
Hiei may be a little bit darker, but yeah.
All right. And so then the interviewer asked about why the Titans were so ugly. And he like legitimately asked that. And he said, it might just be something like habit. Doodling as a kid, I started drawing ugly stuff. And by the time I was in junior high, it got so that I was drawing ugly things exclusively. Like, it just like the whole interview just blew my mind.
That sounds. Thinking about your daughter's artwork and how she'll go through phases of like, no, I'm a demon today. I'm only gonna draw demon things, or I'm a unicorn today. I'm only gonna draw unicorn things.
I'm Cartoon Cat.
I'm
like,
Cartoon
what the fuck
Cat.
Is Cartoon Cat?
We really should start filtering her YouTube.
I know. It's mine too. I should be able to see it, but she goes through them so fast.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that so reminds me of when I was a child.
Dude, if she turns out anything like you, I will be lucky. But heaven
gonna be
forbid this
fine.
kid is killing me right now. She's killing me.
Yeah, today she was like, I'm gonna fight you. I was like, you can't fight me. I'm the best fighter in the house. And she's like, well, what if I grab a knife? Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, oh my God.
She's a very quick thinker.
She is.
She is a very quick thinker.
Gary, do you want to tell her the joke that I don't know why I think this is so funny, but she did. She just came up with it on the spot.
It was so surprising. Yeah. So my birthday was on Thursday, and she's like, yeah, so when mommy told me it was your birthday, she's like, yeah, it's Garrett's birthday. And so she's like, I was like, Mom, what do you mean? It's Carrot's birthday? It's like a vegetable?
And he looks over at me. He's like, did that actually happen? I'm like, no, that didn't actually happen. Like, she just made that up right now.
She just fucking roasted me.
So she's witty. She's smart. She's going to be fine.
I hope so. Oh, my God.
You're gonna be
I'm gonna get a
fine.
lot of phone calls in our early days.
Yeah,
That's being-
they saw Soul Eater and Mabry just kept drawing the creepy moon from Soul Eater.
Yeah,
like with
for
blood
like,
in its
and
teeth.
like she drew it for her class assignment too. Like drew blood on the moon.
I don't know why that's so funny.
It's
to me.
hilarious.
It
No,
gets
it's
us, too.
hilarious. But it's hard for me to laugh in front of her because I'm like, you really can't do
Yeah, no,
that.
absolutely.
You can't do that.
You have to like you have to run away for a second. And,
Today
like,
she
laugh
was
to
in the
yourself.
bathroom and she goes, "What the f?"
Yeah. She goes, "What the f? How do you open these?"
Every kid goes through it because I went through my sister. I remember one time and my sister was picking on me. I wanted a haircut and I hadn't got a haircut in like 3 weeks. I'm talking about nappy as can be. And Courtney, my sister Courtney, she was like, "That's why you got S locks. That's why you got S locks." And I turned to my mama. I said, "Mom, did you hear her?" She said, "I got shit locks." And when I tell you, my mama, she didn't whoop me. She gave me the silent treatment. And when
yeah.
I tell you, I was around the house like crying like a little baby, like begging her to speak to me. Would not speak to me until the next morning.
That's almost worse
I
worse
was
than getting
sick.
hit.
I don't
man.
know.
Man, I was sick. I asked her, I was like, "Can you please can I get a whooping?"
Can I
Can
get
you
spanked?
just punish me in some other way than giving me the silent treatment?
Man.
Well, that's all right. Because Mabry at what was it, like 4 or 5? She was like, Dax was crying in the back seat, and she looks over at me, and she's like, "Ah," and I was like, "Mabry, what's that face for?" She's like, "Dax is just being such a bitch," and I was like,
You can't say that, but you used it. In
"Oh, you
context.
said it so right."
That was right the right way.
She uses it great.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I would say, but you can't say that.
She knows too much, and too little at the same time.
She's just so on it. She's better than I am.
Oh my God.
Like my kid is better, like cooler than I am. Like I don't know how that happened, but she is.
that's
She's way
funny.
way more cool than I am.
Oh man.
Well, I have a little smaller cousin that who does the same thing. So
Well,
I think it's just the
hope
The
phase.
so.
future's bright then.
It's the phase. I think like it's also like the culture in which like the kids are being raised up in. Like we were a little bit different. 90s babies were a little,
yeah,
a little
that's
different.
true. That's very true.
Yeah, we're too fucking old school for new school and too new school for old school.
I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree because sooner or later I'm going to get lost in the social media world. It's beginning to be like too fast for me. I can't keep
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
having a
That's
hard time
why I'm
keeping
having a
up,
hard
too.
time with TikTok. I
I'm
feel
having a hard
old.
time keeping up.
I feel it.
But you got all of these like there's a 104-year-old woman who has a TikTok and she has like 2 million.
Oh, I
views.
know.
I mean 2 million
I
followers.
know. It's so
That's
weird.
fair. Yeah, we have no excuse then.
Yeah, I know. It's dumb.
So,
All right, is it? So we
now
have
it's technically fun facts.
technically fun facts.
But they're
Okay.
not really fun facts. They're just, fun facts.
interesting facts. All right, get on with it.
So, Mikasa was named after a battleship that exploded in the late 1800s. And the battleship was named after a mountain, Mount Mikasa.
wow.
Yeah.
That's so
Why?
interesting.
But
took
what
the
what
name.
got me was that why didn't they say that Mikasa was just named after a mountain? Because essentially it was a battleship was named after the mountain.
She
that
wasn't,
Mikasa
though.
Was
He was like
named
the
after.
battleship.
It just got me.
Wow.
The wall is inspired by the wall around Nordlingen, a city in Germany. So it actually really was a wall that looked like that. Just in case.
Oh,
you
this
didn't know.
second one is unreal. I mean, this third one is unreal.
I actually added another one too, so I got a secret fun fact for you.
Oh, I don't even know it.
Yeah, you do. I put it on yours.
Oh, you put it on mine
'cause I
too?
could write it on yours.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So the Armored Titan is based off of WWE wrestling star Brock Lesnar.
Which is so
And they are so identical.
that's pretty true. I just
Yeah.
wish they tattooed the knife on the Titan.
Well, I don't think that would have fit very
Yeah, I
well.
don't think Titans get tattoos.
No. On second hand, Aaron's Titan is based off of martial artist Yushin Okami. And I don't know who that is, but I was
I'm
like,
gonna have to look up
it
some of
must
his
be,
fights now.
yeah, it must be pretty
I am doing it
important if
now.
it was
Do you-
modeled.
Do you know what division, like what?
I have no idea what any of that
Okay.
stuff is. No.
And what was his name again?
It's Yushin, 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 and then Okami, Okami.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch some of his fights.
glad I can help.
Cool.
And that does it.
Is that it for the episode?
That's it for
We made
the
it to the end?
episode. We made it to the end. However, there is one question that I'd like to ask.
Oh,
All right. Actually, there's two. I have two. Were there any scenes that you wanted to hear differently
Like sound effects or
that
music
you noticed?
or voice acting?
oh.
I know it's a tough question.
'Cause I'm trying to go back and think with all of this.
I can't really think of anything from the first season. I can think of an episode from the 4th season that I would change, but I'm not going to talk about it until we get to that season.
Okay. That's probably wise. We will get onto a whole other tangent again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I am trying to think. I can't.
It's tough. And to be honest, I thought that I had picked one out, and then when we went and rewatched it, I was like, nope, never mind.
No, I can't think of anything.
Well, then we'll have a much easier question for you, hopefully.
I'm sure this one will be a lot easier than that.
What's your favorite Titan, or which one would you like to wield?
So, no spoiler alerts, right? Well, we've seen every Titan now, right? Or we're just talking about season
No,
one.
I'm talking about all of them.
Yeah, you can. We've talked enough about other
Spoiler
seasons.
warning! If
so.
I can't even say spoiler warning at this point. If
There's
you watch the
already been
episode
some
this far,
spoilers.
or listen to the podcast this far, you're gonna, you've been spoiled. So yes, Preston,
Beard's the worst.
I
at
want
spoilers.
the Warhammer.
you want
the
the Warhammer?
Warhammer. Hell yeah!
All day, every day.
That is pretty epic.
All day, every day.
And besides,
To
and I
see-
feel like that can't possibly be a spoiler because social media exists and you
Oh, yeah.
cannot find the Warhammer like in the distance. It is in your face.
Oh yeah.
I was spoiled 2 years ago off this
From the manga?
from the manga.
Ooh.
But Warhammer Titan all day. Colossal Titan, too big.
I agree.
Beast Titan, not a bad choice.
I just don't like how
But-
the Beast Titan fights.
And I honestly think because Zeke is the wielder and he like does the whole baseball thing, like I would not be able to wield it as great as he would.
I like how
yeah.
you're
So
I like how you're like thinking about
How the character who's wielding the Titan.
Yeah. I like how you're coming to this conclusion.
Yeah, it's just for me. I just feel like the Warhammer Titan might be the easiest. Of course, you can go with Aaron, which is like the fighter. I can, sure, I can
You
throw
throw some
hands. That's
punches?
cool.
I gotta ask you this because maybe, what is the significance of the female Titan? And
We have not figured that out yet, or I have not figured that out yet.
it's like a mix between, because it's not the armored Titan. Also, can men wield the female Titan?
I have not figured that out either. I honestly think the female Titan is like a crossbreed between, like what you was about to say, the armor Titan and
Probably
the,
Aaron.
and Aaron's Titan, because I don't see her like exhibiting any other traits that would tell me different.
She can use the hardening technique just like any
Just
other
like
Titan.
Aaron can. Yeah, or any other Titan for that fact. Right. So I don't know. She was fast. She was hella
Yeah,
fast.
she was fast. There was an article
But
I
I feel
read that
like
The
had
Jaw
like
Titan is pretty fast too, though.
The Jaw Titan was really fast, especially with Ymir.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the significance of it.
By the way, the Jaw Titan has been, because I have not watched the 4th season yet. I'm waiting for episodes to like stack up before I watch
You can
Okay.
binge them.
them. So I can binge them. Yes, sir.
wise.
Has the Jaw Titan has been shown, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They changed the form so much. I don't know if y'all remember. I think it might have been season 3, I do believe, when Ymir had the Jaw Titan.
Yeah.
She like literally looked like a Titan with just
Well,
That's-
it
a big
changes. It
mouth.
changes
They
with each
actually
person.
they talk about it in the anime. So Aaron's like, this one's a lot different from Ymir's
Yeah.
armored Titan.
Yeah, and I even read somewhere too that that they take on the traits of the person wielding the Titan.
Yeah.
Oh, see, if that's the case, then yeah, I can't do Beast Titan. I can't do that.
I just can't.
Can't do that with that. Yeah, I would definitely take Warhammer. Absolutely.
Cool. I dig it.
Yeah. I don't think I would go with Cart Titan.
Really?
I don't know if I would go with
I
cart
don't-
toting.
I-
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think I would
I don't think
either.
I could pick cart toting.
And I haven't seen. I mean, the significance is great. She like literally is the mobility for like all the weapons
supplies
and
and
stuff
stuff.
like that, and supplies. Yeah. So I get it, but other than that, I don't think it can fight.
Yeah. I do like.
Or we haven't seen
We
it.
have, yeah, and I think that was something I read in that article too, was that we haven't really seen what the cart titan can truly do. We just know that it serves this purpose, and that's.
And I
that's
don't even
it
know if
so
we're gonna
far.
get the chance to see what the cart
I
titan
know.
can do, unless they give it to somebody on Aaron's side, which you know already. So somebody's gonna get it on Aaron's team.
I'm not. I don't know.
You're lying.
I don't know who's going to get it.
I know you're lying, but that's okay.
I don't know.
I don't. wanna
I
get spoiled.
don't know.
How me don't know.
Well, Preston,
Who would you pick, Emily?
Who would I pick? I probably would take the female Titan. I like
female Titan?
I think the hardening and the speed itself would be like, and she can fight. Like she's got like fight skills. So
Yeah.
I think I'd settle for a female Titan.
Yeah. No, I agree. Jaw Titan is a close second for me though.
Yeah. Jaw Titan's
Compact and can move.
Oh, so super fast. The new one has like claws.
Man. Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah, the Jaw Titan is very agile too.
Dude, you're gonna if you haven't watched the anime at all, I know you know the scene already happens, but when the Devils of Paradise show up, it's gonna blow your fucking mind.
Oh man, y'all gonna make me watch tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, you might have to.
You're gonna have to catch up, yo.
And when you watch that one, they cut it off so short. You're like, motherfucker! Now I gotta watch the next one. We had to wait a week for it. So
Yeah.
So when has the new episode came out yet?
So the newest one will come out tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, woo.
So they're stacking.
Because I know
You're-
I know what's about to happen.
Oh, he's about to get off this call and
Oh, shit.
head out to watch. What is it?
No, I know. I'm saying I know what's going to happen.
Oh,
I know
'cause you
what
know
the
what's gonna
next
happen
episode's
in the
gonna be.
next-
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Because I've been
Preston.
spoiled by what the show is about to what the episode was for last week's, and I know for a fact that they're going to show like this scene in this episode coming up.
I'm nervous about it because Aaron just got the Warhammer Titan.
Yep. Stop it. Okay. Okay. All right.
Preston's
All right.
like,
All right.
Text me when y'all
When
watch
do we
it.
watch it tomorrow? Got it. Will do,
Well,
sir.
I think that actually brings us to the end of the episode. We want to thank Preston so much for being here, man. This has been a fucking blast, and I hope you are down to do the next episode.
Hell yeah,
Hell
this
yes.
was great. I enjoyed myself.
Good, man.
Absolutely.
Well, we're glad you had a great time. This was so much fun. This is my favorite episode so far.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Oh man,
Just straight up chilling.
So
this was great.
if you could do us a solid, listeners, go to Preston's page, Mr. Music Major, at Mr. Music Major on Instagram. I think it's Mr. Music Major 1 on TikTok, and Mr. Music Major on Keys. Is that all one word too for the on keys?
I think it is.
All one word.
Perfect. So that one's on Instagram, the Mr. Music Major on Keys. Go follow his shit because he's got good debates going on. He's got beautiful piano playing going on. He's about to do a cosplay.
I can't even wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And my sister takes pictures, so I'm probably gonna like try to do like professional pictures,
like
with
legitimate
poses and stuff.
cosplaying pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait for you to hit 10K. I just can't wait. I'm excited for you.
I just pray my stuff get in the mail on time.
Before you hit that 10K. Well, I will be crossing my fingers that they will all allow you to
I will
just
call
wait.
Amazon right now.
Man, I'm waiting because right now the tracking number ain't even showing up, so I know it hasn't scanned
Oh,
in
no. Well, we're happy to have you here today, man. This has been, like I said, it's been such a blast. So, guys, go follow him on all the social media platforms. If you only listen to our podcast and you don't follow our Instagram, go to our Instagram at Anime Noise Podcast. Especially for this next video that we're about to do, which is just
We're gonna get drunk.
We're gonna get drunk off of all the cocktails.
Cannot wait.
from Love is Like a Cocktail. I think there's 10 of them.
We got 10.
We got 10
recipes to do.
Yeah. The other one was non-alcoholic, so that one doesn't matter. It's got pineapple juice, so Emily can't have it. So follow us on Instagram for that. Tune in next week for our next episode of Anime Noise, which I'm not really sure what it's going to be yet.
Well, clearly Naruto.
Oh yeah, we got Naruto Part 3. Oh fuck. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And you can catch Attack on Titan on Crunchyroll. I think you can catch it on Hulu. I think VRV has it. Apple, the normal places where you can buy episodes and rent episodes and stuff.
Yeah, so stream it from all those sites. I think that's pretty much it, right? We did our outro right this time, huh?
Kind of. Because whether you're cozied up in your own BBC or you're taking us with you for the ride, we are so fucking thrilled to be sharing our love and passion about anime, music, and sound effects with you.
Yes, we absolutely are.
We sure are. And we're happy that you're listening. We're happy that you're here with us. Preston, thank you so much for being our first guest and bearing this with us.
Oh, no. Enjoyed it.
Good. I hope your wife doesn't hate us too much for taking you away for 3 hours.
Oh, she'll be fine. But yeah, enjoyed it and can't wait to be back.
Perfect. Well, we can't wait to see you. And I think that concludes everything.
Yeah, so tune in next week for another episode of
Anime Noise!
We did it right that time.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
This has been a Beanbag Chair Media production.